No, we're So, what's up, everybody? Good evening. I decided today I wanted to do a chat and bring up a few points for this coming week. I wanted to bring up the 100th episode for Darth Castle on Friday. And also, Darth Castle reached their 1,000 subs, so congratulations to Thor and Rodney.
Thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
So I got a few pictures I want to show of some statues that are actually being released right now by XM. It's just a couple of pictures that I got there. But basically, I just wanted to chat with you guys, like, Monday night, Statue Mania.
Yes.
So everybody up to
Mania.
Monday Night Mania, right? Like, kind of like wrestling type shit.
What you gonna do when the Mania run wild on you, brother?
We needed the show during the weekend, right? So the people that have been stuck at home with their children this whole time, those are the real heroes. Because just 2 days with all three of my kids, like, I know you're not supposed to shake babies, right? But like, is there an age where it's okay to shake a child? Or do you have to, is it never okay to shake a child?
As long as you go back and forth, it evens out.
Oh, so you just got to pretend like it's just aggressive rocking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you see all these movies where people... you see these movies where people drink so much, they're like, I blacked out. I don't remember anything that happened. I've been trying to do that the whole weekend, and I remember everything. So I think the movies are all lies.
Was it really that bad? I mean, I had a pretty rough weekend. I had to clean my pool. That shit is not fun.
It's all my kids got in trouble, so they lost TV, tablet, games, everything. So their new thing is just to fight with each other. So it was exciting.
Yes, born from the
Jerry.
Drink in hand.
Airborne.
I was gonna say. That's why I asked. I knew he was backstage waiting for Mark.
I'm having technical difficulties.
It's okay. Take your time, Bob.
This I gotta give props to Thor. This is a lot to handle.
You get used to it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not used to it. I'm like a huge newbie with this crap.
Thor's the Wizard of Oz, yo.
Yeah.
Just turning cranks and pulling levers
behind the curtain.
The intros, I definitely don't have an intro. So.
I'll make it.
Those are hard to hit on cue. When I ran the show that one time, I was so slow. The rest of it was to hit it. So I was like, "Fuck, where is it?"
That's okay, because you guys kept jumping in, and I'm like, "Oh no, shit, Ryan's there. Oh, there's Sherry. I'm leaving you guys behind." Nah, but it's definitely a lot to do. Like I'm kind of new at this, so it's kind of like you got the comments, the banners. Man, that's a lot. That's definitely a lot of shit.
It can get overwhelming at times, but it's just do what you can do. That's all I can tell you.
I struggle with listening to everything that y'all say and try to keep up with the chat. And you got Thor, he's doing both and highlighting comments and answering questions. And then, doing his little what or whack or haters.
I got new one that says trash, but we ain't had no trash yet. So
wait,
didn't you send that one on Friday?
Didn't you do that one last Friday?
I did it once, yeah. But the thing is, no matter, I had to do it 3 times, and the audio didn't stick. Maybe they knew this, and now we ain't trying to let you do no trash.
Oh, I remember. It's like gray and like light gray. It says trash like all over, right?
Like all this green slime comes out of it, and then the word trash comes up, and I got like a big picture of trash sitting there.
So, makes me sick.
That was a family picture, you sicko.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to do this every Monday. I mean, because it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Maybe like an hour every Monday, but I definitely wanted to do it. I've been for a while thinking about it, and Thor was definitely down for it, and it'll be cool to have you guys if you want to join. But I definitely don't want to do it like maybe not every Monday, maybe like every 2 Mondays, like of the month, something like that.
Yeah,
Somewhat
something
to-
a little less confined.
Yeah, a little bit less confined to where it's fun, but we're not like strict to like every Monday because I know Mondays everybody's working and it could be tiring. So, but it's definitely fun. I mean, I missed it.
Yeah, same.
And I didn't go on the chat on Friday because I was busy doing some stuff here at home. But I definitely missed it. I'm like, and Sunday I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a chat on Monday. Fuck it. So what is everybody up to? What did you all do this weekend?
Lots of drinking.
That's a
shit.
A lot of renovations.
Making statue room.
Yeah,
how's that going, Jerry?
Same.
Not so good. So Saturday, I have a yellow lab that is like crazy to play fetch. All he wants to do is play fetch, and so every time I go back in the house, he gives me the puppy eyes and wants to go play fetch. So, and he's a maniac. He's super athletic. He plays with a frisbee, and and he likes to chase it. I live I back up to a pine forest, and so I'll toss the frisbee out there, and usually a pine tree will knock it down, so it doesn't go too far. But he went tearing out into the forest, and there was a tree that had fallen and had a broken branch sticking up, and he jumped the log, but he miscalculated. He didn't see the branch sticking up, and it caught him in the ribs and just ripped him open on the side. So that cost me a statue.
Oh my God!
Emergency vet, $1,000.
That's crazy.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, well, he's doing great. He's already back to wanting to play fetch, but he's not allowed now. He's got to recover. But it scared the crap out of me. I actually thought he got bit by a snake, because he starts yelping. He was out in the woods and he starts yelping and jumping around. And I saw a black thing on his side. It was actually the tear, the gash, and the blood coming out of it.
Oh my God!
It was pretty awful. But that was $1,000, so that kissed one statue goodbye.
Well,
he'll do good. He'll do well.
I haven't forgotten about you, Jerry. I still gotta send you what I said I was gonna send you, but
no problem.
I keep forgetting every time I go out. I keep forgetting to grab it, and I just leave it.
No problem.
But it's early on the week. It's Monday, so I still got all week to
Life gets in the way, man.
Yeah, no, it's not something I'm like, I'm gonna go into my display case and go grab something. So I forget, like I just walk out and do what I gotta do, and like shit, I kept forgetting to get the portrait. But no, I'm definitely gonna send it to you. I just keep forgetting.
Speaking of staying busy, Barb, in your group of pictures, do you have that base that you did for Phoenix?
I can show you guys. Yeah, I actually have it right here. Hold on.
That thing's incredible.
So
you're killing it.
So it's hard, man. I honestly have to give a lot of props to all the painters out there. It's not easy. Like I'm learning, and like lately I haven't been too much like in the groups posting and stuff because I've been spending a lot of time like just like looking at stuff, reading and looking at other painters and stuff like that. So like I decided to get into this whole painting thing because I have 4 kids coming, and my whole goal is that I want to paint my own stuff and not have to pay anybody else to do it and not have to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever time is, because a lot of the painters are backed up and there's nobody out there to paint these kids. So I grabbed my jean and I decided I wanted to do and white, and I think I've stripped her like 4 times. Again today, I had to strip her lower bottom half because
really.
Yes. Oh no. No.
Yeah, that area is really difficult to paint.
Yeah, the area is difficult to paint, and then I'm in Miami, so there's a lot of humidity, there's a lot of heat, and then I'm in the garage because I was doing it in my bedroom in that little area that I have the vanity. And what happens is that I'm scared that painting these metallic or pearl colors, like Ohami noticed that with the rays of sunlight coming into the window, he said he saw the glitter. So I was scared that was going to travel to the 2 statues that I have in my bedroom. And I decided to go to the garage, and I have an AC in there, but there's no insulation in the roof. Like, I have an exposed roof. So we got to put up the drywall and insulate it. So even with the AC on, it's still pretty hot in there. And I keep getting this like speckled effect on her in some areas, and then it's very hard to clean because you try and clean it and it smudges. So you can't just paint over it because it doesn't look right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Right.
I redid her again earlier today. I stripped the bottom half, the paint. I primed it. I base coated it. I gave it 1 coat already of the pearl. And I left it drying about an hour before I got on here. So later on tonight, I'll go give it another coat and then hopefully even out with the top part. And then tomorrow, I'll give it another coat because the pearl is kind of translucent, so it kind of looks silvery. And then I want to go over with the interference. The one that I talked to you about, Tim, that interference color, that should look dope.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you guys what I have so far. I'm learning, but I do give a lot of props to a lot of the painters out there because it is a lot of work, and learning it's kind of crazy too. So hold on, give me a second here.
While she's pulling up the picture, Thor and Jerry, y'all are obviously changing up your rooms a little bit. Have y'all broke anything? Moving everything around?
I haven't moved anything yet. So the last thing I broke was my bow and Wendigo, and I was just being stupid, and I grabbed it by one of the little trees on it and was sliding it over, and I broke that. But that wasn't because of what I got going on now. So I haven't yet, but.
That should be an easy enough thing to fix.
I already fixed it. Actually, it was a pretty clean break, so I just did it with some super glue.
Nice. Hey, Captain Ramus, congrats on your 20-year-old yellow lab, man. It's pretty amazing.
No, he talking about another one that just turned 20. He's talking about the oldest one, oldest dog.
It's not his.
No, it's not his. See, it says a yellow lab just turned. But anyhow, no, I actually sold my comic book collection because they were just sitting here and I needed room to, for statues and shit. But this. And I'm gonna use this term loosely. Woman showed up to get him, and I mean this chick looked just like Rex Ryan. And I swear to God, I wish I could took a picture. I said I know this ain't yeah. So she came and got him. You got anything valuable in here? I was like, I ain't gonna sit here and pull out the damn blue book for comic books and shit. I was like, you want the motherfuckers or not? And she went through and then she admitted, I don't really know nothing about comics. I was like, so how the hell you gonna know if they're valuable or not? Or I'm having a guy come. I said, well, take him to the fucking guy.
Yeah. So what is this? You want me to fucking sell?
Yeah, man.
You want me to appraise him for you, too?
Dude, I swear to God, it took me 2 days.
Truthful too?
It took me 2 days to get all these fucking boxes upstairs. And I'm like, Jesus. And
Can you guys see that? Am I sharing it or no?
No, you're not. We see you, Barbie.
Okay. Oh shit. There we go.
No, it's okay.
Definitely gotta get a hang of this. Hold on.
If you want, next time Vader work the boards for you.
So that's the base coat, which is like a silver.
Oh yes.
Can you get rid of the comment?
The what?
Where's it?
Hold on, let me go back. Hold on.
The easiest way to do it. The easiest way to do it is to click on any comment you see. Click on it twice.
Yeah.
It'll bring their comment up and then get rid of it. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I used to try to fish through the old one, and it takes forever.
Yeah.
So you guys can see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's her with the base coat. And then I'll show you guys with the base.
Yes, looks great.
So this already had like a coat of the pearl. That's why it looks even more metallic and shiny, because that white pearl is so translucent. You got to go over it a couple times so it could start looking white. And then that's what I did with the base so far. I stripped down the base and I gave it this candy yellow coat. And then I went over it with the airbrush with reds and oranges and then more yellows, and just started highlighting a lot of the flames with it.
Nice.
And then let me see, where's the other picture? Hold on. Let me find the other picture. Oh, here we go. This is
When you scroll through,
it's
see the
lighted
picture
a
of
little
Tommy.
bit better. So that's this was lighted up a little bit better. This is when I had her just primed, that I put her up to see how it looked.
What are you gonna do for the bottom of the base, the ring?
So the bottom, I'm gonna go with a gunmetal gray. It's gonna be a little bit darker than it had before, and then the lines, I'm gonna go over it with black.
Nice.
Ooh, that should be a cool contrast.
Yeah, so I kind of already did like well, right now that was when I sprayed it, so I already cleaned all that up really good, and then when I finished, I had to give it another clear coat because I ran out. So there were spots that were kind of like a little bit they were not glossy, so I got to go over it again. And once I finished with that and it dries up, then I'll cover it up and then do the bottom, which I already tested with a brush just to see how it looked, and it looked pretty dope. The black with the gray contrast.
Nice.
That was a hot
Barb,
one.
did you ever have the sideshow Sabretooth statue that went with the brown Wolverine, where he's on the bridge?
No.
Okay. Well, its base is just like Dark Phoenix and the Wolverine, where he's on the bridge, but it's a little bit darker. It's almost that gunmetal gray. So if you get anything like that, which I mean I know you'll do it way better, but even that base with it being darker, I think it looks better darker too.
You're talking about the classic Sabretooth, right?
Yeah.
Classic costume.
Not the
Sabretooth,
one
right?
where he's in the pajamas. The next one.
Right, the classic
He's
one.
got the
Yeah.
fur on his forearms.
And his claws are actually
Yeah.
painted
Oh, yeah,
really well.
Yeah, that one I don't have. Yeah, I'll take a look.
I'd get
I don't
mine, but I'm too
remember- I don't
lazy.
remember the base too well, but I do have,
Me too.
I do have a gunmetal color already. That I so what I did was that with a brush, I just tested it out to see how it looked, and with the gray and the black on the lines, and it looked really, really classy. It looked really nice. It was kind of I kind of Hami thought about it, and we were wondering like Sideshow should have done that, and it makes the base really pop out, like really pop in that area. So
Can you remove the Phoenix from the dog bowl?
No, it's 3 different pieces.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And I think if you try to even take it off, you're gonna break it, because when you take off the paint that you strip it, there's these 2 thick lines that go across between the wings. I don't know if you noticed it, Tim.
Yeah, those are the big seams. Yeah.
Yeah, those are, and I guess that's like glue, because you can see it's very thick on the top. So even if you try, you will end up destroying the base.
That ain't cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably have to like really, really, really boil that base, but then the clear resin will melt.
Yeah, I think it will destroy. I'm telling you, it will destroy that Phoenix. But I like how it looks, though. I mean, I don't mind it. Like I really like how it's turning out. I'm happy with the base. I'm frustrated with the statue because I'm learning, and either I went too close or I would go too far, and then when I actually got it right, it was spraying kind of weird because it's hot and humid. So I've done it like 4 times already.
There's a learning curve too with like what you spray through your airbrush, and how to thin it, or how to add medium to it, because like I love tester stuff, and I use a lot of their paints. And then when I started using Tester's white on my Phoenix, it was just spitting the paint out.
The paint out,
so
yeah.
I'm like, what the heck am I doing wrong? And then I would thin it, and it would flow for like a minute and then start spitting.
Spitting, yeah.
And then, I messaged John, Vinceville Customs, and he said, that is the worst white paint. And I was like, there you go. So there's the answer. Like my ignorance, I had no clue.
Well, I think it's the thing with the white paints, because I with Vallejo, it's the same thing. It kind of clogs up, and then it starts to spit, and it dries up clumpy, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this?
So he told me to use Wicked white. Wicked has like a whole paint line. So I just bought the prime colors that they have. And,
yeah, that's the Createx Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Createx pearls are really good too if you start messing around with pearl paint.
I started using the pearl for the Magneto helmet, but I don't know when it dries, it's got this latex feel to it. I don't know, and then it kept sticking to the putty, and when I would take, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm like, I've done the Magneto helmet like 20 times.
It's a good project to learn on something like that. You know, you got to think, right? It was damaged. It was broken. Who cares?
Broken, yeah.
So you've already repaired it, so you're already ahead of the game. And then if you can nail the paint on it, you know, like that's the joy and the fun. It's like figuring it out. It's challenging though. You fucking want to throw that thing, like get away from me.
And
Especially when you come home and you see your statues fucking stripped.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
No, but it's hard too, because when you have like all these brands of paints, and then not all the brands make the same colors, and then you got some people who do purples, you got some people who don't do the purples or the reds or whatever, and then you can't mix them together because they're not the same brands, so they don't mix well together, or they don't
the color
with each other. So
the color underneath makes a difference too.
Yeah,
you know, like when I did my Magneto helmet, the life size one, I didn't repaint the rim. You know how it has the purple rim?
Oh yeah.
I painted the whole helmet silver. Then I painted the red, and then I masked the red off and painted the purple. The purple on that is different from the same metallic purple on a purple base coat. It's like a lighter like color, because the purple on the red changes the color of the purple.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you start learning and going, shit, man, now I got to remember that for the future. If I want to get that same purple, I gotta do red underneath it.
Red underneath, yeah. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing the red underneath with the purple over it, but then I'm using red from Tamaya, and then I'm using purple from Wicked, and it's not sticking properly. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
have you tried like an adhesion promoter? Maybe you might have to reprime it after the red.
I did. I have a clear primer, and it's just when you spray it on, it looks like you're spraying water, because it separates like water. Weird. It has this weird effect. I'm like, am I the only one that's getting this, or what's going on here? I don't know.
No, that happened to my legendary scale Magneto, which I still haven't fixed. It's just like the helmet started like the paint started splitting and cracking on the back of the helmet.
Yeah, and then it dries. So when it splits like water and oil, and then when it dries, it does this cracking effect. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? And then I'm like, you stripped it again? I'm like, well, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
No, but
has anybody else tried painting anything?
Nah, man, I'm too much of a chicken.
Yeah. Well, see, like when I deal with other people's stuff, like whether it be any kind of like home improvement projects or even with my job, when it's somebody else's stuff, I give it my all. You know, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be the best. When I deal with my stuff, I'm like, who gives a shit? You know, I give up very, very quickly, and I'm like, I can live with it being like that. So I just know if I were to try and paint anything, I would destroy it.
I'm not patient enough to do it.
Well, Barbara isn't either.
Well, I'm not patient either, but I have to learn how to be patient. So what I do is I wanted to finish things fast, and I would spray it, wait 10 minutes, and spray it again to get the second coat.
Yeah, you're sitting there with a blow dryer real quick, like in between.
And then like 10 minutes later, I'm spraying it again, and it just like gets gunky, and I'm like, okay, this is not the right way to do it. So what I do
Yeah.
So what I do is I'm like, whatever, I do one layer, whatever I gotta do. I come inside, I cook, I clean or whatever, and then when I see like an hour and something has passed, I go back out there again to the garage, do the second layer, and that's what I've been doing, and it's helping.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool to do like like your older pieces that you're not into them as much, like you get like a newfound like love for them,
Yeah. It definitely gives you a new perspective that you couldn't have had. It's like a life without kids. Once you have your first, you're like, oh, I know what it's like now. You can't grasp it.
Then you're like, why didn't I get a dog?
Yes. But yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I think that's the final stage. If you're like a hobby enthusiast, the final stage is when you take a statue yourself and you mess with it and you make it how you want. And it really doesn't matter who gives a shit. I mean, like that Phoenix statue is what, $400? You could buy another one tomorrow, but when you're done with it, it'll be yours. It'll be like the only one on earth like it. You put a little effort into it. It's special. It changes the way that you look at the piece. However it comes out, that's kind of like the way I look at it. It's like
the base looks pretty dope though. I ain't gonna lie.
I think it looks better than the factory.
I would bet that you could sell the base, what you've done to it, for $400 and make your money back. Because I think the base looks night and day better than.
And then buy another one and do it again.
Yeah.
I never, ever want to strip another Phoenix statue base in my life.
What are you stripping it
when
with?
We were talking. I was telling you. I said that shit took me 4 hours. I bet you Barbara's like, I have nails. I've taken nail polish off. I'll be quick. Nope. That shit is a genuine 4 hours of like, you're just staring at this thing. Like, I can't believe I'm still taking paint off this thing. It's like, yeah.
What do you use to strip? Acetone?
So on that, use nail polish remover.
Not the pure acetone, yeah. And it takes way longer.
Yeah.
But you know what? I risked it and I said, fuck this shit. And I used acetone on it.
Oh.
I did.
What happens if you use acetone?
Just cutting corners.
I did. I used acetone, but it didn't.
Everyone's like, fuck this shit.
I tried stripping a Bowen bust with acetone, and I left it in too long, and it kind of dissolved part of it.
Oh wow,
that'll happen.
Yeah, no, like with the paint, you need just 2 seconds, and it'll dissolve the paint. Even though you can't see it, but when you wipe it, it'll just wipe the paint clean.
Yeah, it like comes off like the shell of an M&M.
Yeah.
Like if you wet an M&M and like you can see the color kind of slide off of it. Same idea.
I thought about because I've got the Prime 1 flash, right, and it's so shiny. I've thought about trying to make it more flat red, kind of like how the new Sideshow one is, and was wondering maybe there's something I could put on it just to remove the shine but still leave the red.
All you gotta do is like the clear coat.
Just buy the matte.
Matte clear coat.
Okay.
And just spray it in.
Then Lewis has been very helpful. Lewis Villamar. I'm so sorry I bother him a lot. He's been very helpful, and he told me to buy Krylon matte, which is 1311. Krylon matte has a little number. It says 1311, and he says that's what he uses for when he seals every coat. He seals it with the matte, so you could use that matte and it'll matte it out.
That would be even easier than what I thought it would take.
The only thing is that you have to be like kind of don't shake it or anything, because the tip tends to drip, and then when you shake it, it speckles on the statue. So you have to like slowly, like spray it on the statue. But that will work. It takes 2 seconds. It'll take you 2 seconds.
I could see Ark's wheels turning. Like, is he going to be bold? Is he going to be bold, my friend? Come on over to the dark side.
What statues did you want to paint on flat?
Well, right now it's just the flash. I want to make them more flat red, and then of course I'm going to send Barb the new Sideshow flash so that she can repaint it as a reverse flash.
I can't even finish the fucking thing.
The Prime 1, right?
What's that?
The Prime 1 flash.
No, see, that's the one that I want to keep is Barry Allen because he looks younger. The new Sideshow one, just for whatever, to me, he looks like he's a little bit older, and he looks more like Thorn.
Yeah, but you want to paint it. You want it. You want to have it a matte finish, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why they went shiny on that. Like it's like
new 52.
It's new 52.
They're shiny in new 52. Yeah.
Everything's shiny.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I mean, I was going through the whole thing with anxiety. I'm stuck at home. The kids are home. It's all cooking, cleaning. So I was really getting bad anxiety because I can't even like. I would just say, okay, do stuff for Ohami, go out if I needed to, but I'm pretty much stuck at home. So
Yeah.
I picked it up, and it's helped a lot, and I'm having fun. And also, it's gonna help in the long run if I can make it to paint my own kits, and I don't have to pay anybody or wait. I can just do it myself, and the way I want it. I don't have to bug anybody to do shit. Like I don't have to tell people, give them directions of what I want. I already, I could do it. If I don't like it, redo it. And not a big deal.
So I must admit, the way you run into those paint bars, it might be a tad cheaper to get it painted.
Yeah, he said the other day, he's like, you know what? At this point, it might be cheaper to just pay somebody.
Don't give up.
So that was another thing. I was going through the paint, like
Well,
I was
what's the fun in that? You know what I'm saying?
but I was pouring a lot of paint. But now,
Sure.
like, even with paint, I'm just using like a little bit, and it's helped. I'm just doing light coats, doing it slowly, taking my time.
It's crazy, man. Like that, the feeling like I painted this bust. That was like maybe the first thing I painted in front of somebody, and I spent like a half hour masking it off and like doing all that shit, and like I'm like with my statue friends, my Jersey statue friends, and they're making fun of me the whole time. Like when you bully somebody to be better, like that's what they were doing, and then I'm like, all right, I think I'm ready to paint it, and then I mean that second right before you pull the trigger, and I could feel everybody looking at me, and I'm like, oh man, is this gonna happen? And then from there, a couple projects later, you start feeling a little bit more confident, and you're like, this is fun. It's like the pressure goes away because who cares? Honestly, who cares? You can buy that statue again. It's like, I think
Yeah, there's plenty of them out there.
you're not gonna paint a $3,000 kit, but to paint a $400 statue, it's like it's
But
fun.
you know what? I don't even think
Yeah,
I'm scared to even paint a $3,000 kit at this point.
No,
because
you're bugging. You're bugging. That's a lot of.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
So just strip it again.
That's a lot of bread, dude.
Why don't you just get why don't you do what Jerry did and just get some of those Bowen busts, repaint those? That's a lot
That's
cheaper.
good.
It's like $80 versus fucking
Bowen.
400.
The Bowen with all the Bowen busts.
Yeah, they're like 6 inches tall or something.
Well, I'm doing the Dean, and I'm gonna do the Sideshow Magneto, the comic cat that I have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna repaint that one. That one had very dull colors. It wasn't that pretty, and I have the Nate kit to paint. That was like what, $700?
Yeah.
What you paid for that one? It wasn't really that expensive.
Yeah,
But-
that one's gonna frustrate you.
Huh?
That one's gonna frustrate you.
You think?
Yeah, yellow is a nightmare. Yeah, yellow's a fucking nightmare.
Bro.
Everything underneath the color yellow
She
shows.
strips it.
What did you say?
Hey, Tim, when
You just
you
stripped it?
repainted your Mystique bust,
No,
did
I
you
just
just
flip it
paint
if I fuck up.
Prestige or Oliver?
Say that again, Ar.
When you repainted your Mystique bust, did you just paint the outfit or did you repaint Oliver?
Just the outfit.
Okay.
Did
Yeah,
you do it with the
you know,
hairbrush
like,
or did you do it
I'm
with
nervous about skin tones and shading. I don't have a subtle touch. That's like a delicate thing to add shading and
Yeah.
to blend it over and under, and I don't have that kind of delicacy right now. So
Believe me, I know.
I was happy enough. Thank you. I was happy enough with the skin tones on the statue that I just said, I wanted to paint just the costume, and then sure enough, I think like 3 months later, Vince Vell painted one and totally blew me away with like the skin tone. And I messaged him like, dude, can I buy that? And I'll just sell mine and keep yours. But hey.
Yeah, see, I want that bust now, but after seeing y'all's, I've got to have it in the white costume. And I think I want her hair to be a little bit more red also. But I haven't seen it in hand, so I don't know what exactly the tint of the red is.
You mean the Sideshow, the theme?
The legendary
Sideshow
scale Mystique.
legendary scale Mystique bust.
Oh, the Mystique bust. Yeah, that it wasn't. Was it yours, the one that Vince did, Tim?
No, I did mine, and then a couple months later, he did one for himself. He just found one cheap and painted it.
Yeah, but that thing came out like, whoa.
Yeah, that he did a fucking amazing job in the skin tone, and he was taking pictures of it, and I was like, damn, that looks amazing. And then I happened to go down that weekend before he actually shipped it out. In person, it was unreal. The skin looked like, I don't know, like reptilian. Like it had so many layers of like color. It was amazing work.
Yeah, I'm wondering how difficult that blue might have been.
Just, these guys, John's just so comfortable with mixing paints. Even like little shit. I'm trying to think. He's like, yeah, put this underneath. And I'm like, why would you put dark blue underneath? And he's like, because look at the color wheel. And then like he'd show me a color wheel. I'm like,
yeah,
I would never think that color would.
I was looking at the color wheel because I was having an issue trying to match a gray color. And then I'm like, how do I kill the freaking blue in this gray color? And then it's like, okay, you either have to add red, yellow, or orange. I'm like, what? I would have thought you just add black or something.
It's crazy. It's a science, It's amazing,
So yeah, the color wheel is definitely. I was studying up on that. I was reading up on how if you're gonna use like gold colors, you need to use like white base. Like a white base coat. Like you have to use certain base coat colors to go with certain colors that you're gonna use. So if you're gonna use like a red, you have to go with like a darker type red or some other color. Like I don't know, it was like weird. I'm like, fuck, that's a lot to learn.
Yeah, it's crazy though, but it's fun once you.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it, and it's like I'll get so busy back there that by the time I know it, it's already 3 p.m. and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go inside and make dinner. Like I kill a lot of time that I have nothing to do. And it literally drives me nuts when I have nothing to do. So I'm using that time to do that, and I'm having fun with it.
Ryan, you stoked to get that Omega Red?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, I'm stoked to not have as many black shelves. There's many empty spaces.
So I posted a bunch of pictures of the Omega with a bunch of arrows. Were those QC issues?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot.
Dude, I'm gonna regret getting that. I'm gonna regret not getting that Emma Frost. She looks great.
Yeah, she does, huh?
Yeah, the face looks great.
Yeah.
They both do.
That's the one on the chair, right?
The one with the long hair, I wasn't digging the proto much, but when I saw the pictures from the factory, I actually like that one more now.
Yeah, paint on that statue looks good. That metallic pearl.
Yeah, on the base, that looks pretty sweet.
Even on her costume, in certain parts, it had like a metallic pearl.
Okay, yeah, that white pearl. Yeah, I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looked really good.
But I'm looking
the
forward
statue
to
just doesn't make sense to me, but it's a nice looking statue.
Oh, her on
it's kind of weird. It's kind of
yeah,
weird.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, I'll put a cape on right now, and I'll show you why it doesn't make sense to me.
Let's do it. Put a cape on. Nothing else, just the cape.
Don't challenge me.
I'll settle for a towel.
But does she have a collarbone?
I was gonna say that.
Look, and we're lucky. I have a white one.
Oh shit! He knew we were gonna challenge him.
No, this was just
that mastermind.
All right, so let's say this is the chair.
A Tim Frost.
She's got the cape here.
White at Tim. Mm-hmm.
She's got the cape here on the armrest, and then she stands up. The cape comes off. So what did she do? She put the cape on the armrest, put her knee on it, and then turn. It doesn't make sense.
Well, hold on. Her being on the chair, being on the chair like that doesn't make sense anyway.
Her being on the chair with the cape like that makes sense, but as soon as she stands up, it moves. It would pull off.
No. What I mean is
on the arm.
No. What I mean is putting.
What is that move, bro?
No, but sitting on a chair backwards anyway doesn't really make sense. Like, why would she be even in that position and all of a sudden be like, oh wait, I got to use my powers?
You're not thinking seductively like a girl. She was sitting on her cape, but when she stood up, she went like this.
I just want the rest of the show to be a Tim
in a cape,
just posing in a cape.
She was
That'll work.
productive. She
I'm happy.
threw her cape over the armrest and then she put her leg up. So,
Like I said, it's little things like that when I notice them, I can't get it out of my head. So it's like no matter how good the statue looks, it's definitely the best Emma Frost in quarter scale. Like as far as quality,
I got the picture, Bob. If you want to throw it up,
But
let me. Yeah, I was gonna.
for me, I can't get over it. Every time I look at it, I'll say her cape wouldn't do that. Why would she be posed like that? Like, I need the story in order for me to like it.
That's how I am with the Cyclops to a certain extent with the sideshow Cyclops. That pose, I don't.
No, just click on me, Bob. Okay, there you go.
I got it.
Okay,
yeah. That face looks beautiful.
I mean that right there was like, wow. Now I like the long hair better. But I can't get it anyway. My wife will choke me out.
I told you what to do, man. You get it.
No. Listen, if I had two boys, I would have been straight.
Bro, you get it. You hide it till your kids are in high school. Then you pull that shit out.
But
No, I already talked to her about that. I already even asked my wife. I was like, listen, I'll get it now. And I was like, I won't display it till Riley gets into high school. She's like, no. I was like, what about college? She's like, no. And I was like,
that's your first mistake. You told her what you was gonna do.
Yeah.
No, what I told her, my first mistake was even telling her about the statue at all.
Bingo.
I'm with you, but it was there. Like as soon as I mentioned it to her, hey, what do you think of the statue?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, you're not getting that. I'm like, oh my god, I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah,
fucking retarded. Why did I even say anything? I was just like wanted to bang my head off the fucking table. I was like, oh my god, you fucking noob.
Wait for her to fall asleep. Go find her purse. Open the purse and remove your testicles out of it. And then go and you order that statue.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's just worried about how my daughter's gonna react. How it's gonna influence my daughter, and I'm okay with it. It's like of all the characters that I can't get, that's fine. She tried to do that shit on Psylocke, and I was like, "Fuck that, Psylocke's happening."
So she think your daughter gonna get up and go join the Hellfire Club. That's what's gonna happen.
She doesn't want to portray. What's the correct? She doesn't want.
I know. I'm just
me to display women in that light. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
which even me, like, not even with my daughters, like I feel dirty having, like, to have a statue in my collection where you could have the option for her to be topless. I'm just like,
Now, hold on. I got a question, people. Where is this Jubilee from? Because I was like,
it's from the 1/6 diorama that Extreme canceled.
Okay, is that even getting made? That's been like 8 years that shit been coming out.
Yeah, I know. DT has it on PO.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
For the Evan Tube HD or whatever his son's channel.
Yeah.
But
I thought that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. I was like, it's got to be from the tile.
Barb, can you or Thor? Can you go back to that short-haired Emma Frost pic?
Of course.
Is it me or does there need to be more color difference between the skin tone and her hair?
Yeah,
it's just washed out from the light.
Kind of pale.
Think so?
Yeah.
You think it's light? Okay, because the other portrait looked fine. I'm pretty sure they're the same color hair.
Yeah, it could be the light.
Yeah, this is the light. The light is above, shining down, as opposed to like.
Yeah, I'm still wondering if they shouldn't have picked more of a yellow than a dirty blonde.
But even still, like when I was doing unboxing with Stacy, it's like that with most of XM's female characters. They're not super realistic. You know what I mean? Like even this one, this portrait looks great, but it looks much more comic book. You know, out of the pages of the comic than that super realistic. I wish everybody would do that.
Yeah.
I think the paint on that looks killer. You know, I was looking through the marks that they laid, and I'm like, I don't even know if those are the marks I would lay down.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like it looks like her torso keys into her hips, and I saw like a gap on her lower back.
Here you go, Bob. It's Omega Red.
Go ahead, Tim. What were you saying? The gap
it looks
in her
like
back?
like her body keys into like her hips.
Mm-hmm.
like her torso, and I saw like a gap there, and I don't know if those arrows were for the gap or for her belt, but
I
So-
really like those little tubes that they look like they're full of. It's probably like a clear resin, but it looks like it's liquid with the little
Yeah.
bubbles.
that looks great.
Yeah, that was cool.
Nice. That looks really cool.
That was a change they did, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
They used to have like icicles on this thing, didn't they? Took them off or something, I think.
Yeah, it looked like it was gonna break.
Yeah, and there's all the legs coming in.
Yeah, they all of a
Stuff.
sudden just came out with a bunch of stuff shipping. Gambit, I think, Emma, Omega. Who else? It was one of the Transformers too, right? Right?
Star
Yeah,
Screen.
Starscream, yeah.
It's Jabba the Mutt.
You got that one on.
Yes,
the baby.
yeah.
It's just the
I
that
have-
first came out pre-order?
I have Starscream, Colossus, and Mega Red, and
Colossus too.
fuck, what's the other one? Sabretooth? No, Sabretooth's not ready yet.
That one we're not getting. I know we
Oh,
got.
no, get Sabretooth?
No,
I like
we're
that
not gonna
saber
give it
tooth.
I do too.
They already have 2 of them or 3 of them, right?
Yeah, we have the sideshow one and we have the custom one. I really like the custom one. There's something off with the foot on the XM one. I don't know. I keep seeing it in pictures but I don't think I need another one. I'm good with the
I kind
custom.
of like that one. I like that one. I think better than the sideshow one.
You know, I hated the sideshow one, and never really liked the pose, but that thing has grown on me. I mean, if you see it in person, it's like the details on it are insane. And
Yeah.
it's like a statue that you have to display. Like right now, I got it in the Besta, but you have to kind of display it at a certain height because of the way his torso's like twisted. The only way it looks really good is like when you're looking at it from below. And
Talking about
doesn't look
Sideshow Sabretooth?
yeah, it doesn't look so awkward when you're looking at it at a little bit higher shelf.
Yeah, I have mine at. I kind of wish he was at
Hey,
a bit
Jerry,
of
are
a
you getting
taller pose.
XM pieces?
Am I getting what?
Are you getting any of the XM X-Men line?
Colossus is the next one up for me.
Okay.
I want to get the magic, but I don't know if I don't know if it'll be in scale.
I think
Isn't that
I
the
think-
question with all of them?
Well, Colossus can be out of scale and it'll be okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
getting. I think Starscream's next for me for XM. I think he was listed on their email first.
That's a big piece, right?
That one is nice, man. I love that Star Screen.
Yeah, that's.
Is it
yeah,
going to
it's
fit on your
a-
shelf?
Yeah, it's gonna go right there.
Damn, that's been a while, man. That's been like at least 2 years since they announced that shit.
Oh, did you move
Yeah.
your Vegeta bust?
No, that's the second one. The we'll call it the unofficial one.
You,
That's
oh,
the
other
that's
one is
the
behind you.
that's the flankster
That's-
bust over there.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather not refer to it as that. But yes, yes, he does own it too.
How dare you?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
And then I have the
So,
blue.
right,
I have
what-
the blue one coming in too. I was like, fuck it, and the blue one's coming in too. Blue haired one.
Is there a
And I-
number of life size busts that you think will complete your room, or is it just going to continue on?
I don't know. You tell me. You started this whole thing.
So
Yeah, Mark,
I've
man,
got
you've been going fucking man, dude.
I've gotten where I want a bust on every shelf.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness!
Yeah, welcome to it.
How much
you
room
want
do you
a
have,
Captain
Lars?
America? You want a Captain America legendary scale bust?
No, I've already got the life size bust, so it wouldn't make any sense.
You have wait, you don't. You have a Captain America life size bus?
Legendary. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he has the life size one.
Oh, I didn't know they do one.
Yeah, you remember
It
they did him and
identical.
Thor.
Looks identical to the legendary skill one.
Uh,
I don't have the Thor one yet. I saw one, and I think it was up for bid, and it just kept skyrocketing. But I've got a few more that I need to acquire.
What about the Joker?
I've got the what is it? The Steve.
Oh, the Joe Pesci. Yeah.
Joe
The
Pesci.
Joe Pesci one. Yeah.
Which I actually like that one. I don't like the new sideshow Joker bust that's going to come out. I think it's too cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the one that's got like the mouth, like is it like kind of like twisted? Like it's got like a weird expression.
I haven't even seen that one.
Let me find it. Hold on.
Oh my god,
It's their newest one. I like the OG. The OG Joker bust, I think, is the best.
They want some cake for that one, though.
Yeah, they do.
Cake. That's Batman's statue collector one.
I saw that one in person at Midtown Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing.
The first one?
Yeah, that thing will make you look at it. That's a
cool one.
bust.
The Joker bust that I do have, it terrifies the shit out of my kids. They're like, that one I can't stand.
Have you put that? Have you put it on their pillow next to them?
Yeah, I'm about to say to carry it through the house.
I put it in random places in their bedroom at night.
Yes. They go up to use the restroom and oh my God, it's Joe Pesci.
This one?
Yeah. 1,200.
I lied. I have seen this.
I don't mind this one.
I actually hadn't seen this. I thought it was another one.
I still like the original one, the one that BCS has, that Chris has.
Yeah.
I like that one the
Yeah, I
best,
think
but this is second for me.
The hair looks all fucked up too. I don't like this one.
But it kind of reminds me of what is it? The cover of what's the one where he's got his hands through his hair and he's going nuts? Is that Killing
Oh
Joke?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that a Killing Joke cover? I can't remember.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't think it's that bad. You're
I
talking
dig
about this one, the other one? Was
Yeah,
it
that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the OG.
yeah.
the OG? Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like them both.
The one that I have, it looks awful in pictures, videos, everything.
There you go right there. You up right next to the new one. Like up
that top right.
To your right, all the way to the right, Bob.
This one?
Yeah, that one. That's the one he got.
That's the one Ark has.
That's Joe Pesci.
So, like I said, it looks awful in pictures, but in hand, it is insane. It's probably got the most detail out of any other bust I own.
Really?
I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of like the new one. It's very colorful.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it seems a bit much to me.
I am looking at that One Punch Man bust though from a distance right now.
Oh my god.
From a distance, you say.
Yeah, like this.
Brian's just gonna have a bald man.
Yeah.
Speaking of bald man, I finally saw someone selling the Green Goblin life-size bust. They said it's been packaged up this whole time, and they just now opened it up. And I was all excited about it, and then it says that it didn't have the hat with it.
Oh.
So it's like, how can you even try and sell that? I mean, that's just trash.
Not trash.
Yeah, but you could say
Get a mixed media hat.
There he is.
Happy birthday to Chris.
Happy birthday, Batman statue collector.
Birthday, Chris.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday.
And our boy Lawrence, He-Man.
Yes. Gentlemen.
I don't know. I kind of like the Joker. He's been growing on me lately.
There we go. Barb, we got to hear the story about this XM Batman Who Laughs. What do you mean you're not getting that?
No, so
Who hasn't?
yeah, I'm not gonna get it. Actually, it was supposed to be a 1/6 scale. Here, I'll show you guys.
Oh, XM. Sorry.
Yeah, the XM one. It was supposed to be 1/6, and they now switched it to a quarter.
I think that's a very smart move, and I think that's its saving grace is that it's quarter scale.
It's a quarter scale, yeah. I love the Batman Who Laughs, how he looks. The wings are not part of him in the comics at all. He doesn't
really?
have wings. No.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the wings too much because it's part of a variant cover, which is a very nice variant cover. But I don't know. I'll show you guys the cover. It kind of looks like wings, but it looks like a smoke effect that looks like it's wings. So the way that it's depicted on the statue, I don't know if it translates that well.
Well, I mean, did they show a picture of it from the side? Are they for sure wings, or maybe they?
No, they're for sure wings. Yeah, they
I
said.
don't know. They look like they're too far back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's they said it was wings, but it's removable, so you could definitely display it with or without the wings. I don't even have really too much an issue with that. If I could remove the robins, I wouldn't want the robins on there because on the cover there are no robins, and also the robins look too human. They don't and too old. They don't look like children.
Yeah, I was about to say, I agree with that. They look way too old.
Yeah, they look way too old, and they don't look as infected as they should be in the comic. So that's like my little tick with it. The Robin.
Hey Barb, I just got in the Dark Metal comics. I just got to the part where it introduces Damien as the creature. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was like,
and he looks just like from the Prime One.
Mm-hmm. I think that exclusive is a must. After the more and more that I read and really like the story, that I think that piece is a must to have Damien with it.
Yeah, when you get into the story, you're kind of like, okay, no, you have to have the Damien. And then I think if you display it too far apart from the statue, it looks kind of weird. But I have it right in the little, like in this little nook of the base. So you can't really tell, that it's kind of like a separate piece. So I don't keep it too far. I keep it right in the front, right under the robin that's in the center. So that makes it look
cool. All the other robins, all they pretty much say is crow. Anytime that they say crow, Damien, he can actually speak.
But yeah, he says, yes, master. But do you know that, how the Batman Who Laughs stops them, like calls their attention? He says bar. So it's like crow bar. But it's a cool character.
Has anybody else read on the panel the Dark Knight Metal comics?
Nope.
I stopped reading books 5 years ago.
Yeah.
If you can get past the first book, the first book has got some moments that kind of go dry, where it's a lot of going through different times and everything and different stories. It's kind of confusing. If you can get past that, it's actually really interesting and pretty good.
Maybe you should do a video review on it.
Video review.
Yeah. I'll watch that. Talk. Go ahead.
I'll make you a special video review.
Thank you, sir. Can you just remove everybody from the chat right now and just give me a couple minutes together?
Does StreamYard have private rooms?
I'm gonna take my shirt off.
Yeah, I'm going to show you guys the variant cover of that. So that's the variant cover. So I don't know if you can see, it's kind of not really wings. It looks more like a smoke effect. It looks like wings, but I don't really think it's wings.
Yeah, I think give it a second, because I have a feeling those aren't attached to his body in the statue.
They said it was wings based on the artist at
Really?
Yeah, they said
they look so far behind him. Like they look like they peg into the base.
I think that's just right now a photo, like a drawing, like a render, because they said that the way they said it was that the wings were detachable. But my thing I don't even like the wings. Don't even really bother me. What really kind of was like, hey, I don't really get the whole robins in the bottom, because the cover doesn't have the robins. But I think the render, I think this was done by the actual artist or something. They were saying in the XM group. I'm not sure. By the actual artist of the cover. So I'm not too sure.
I think maybe they added the robins because. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean.
I think you need his robins to be with him. I mean, that's a huge part of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really don't mind having a Batman Who Laughs, just the Batman without the robins, because I already have this. Like, for instance, I already have the Prime One. So
yeah, but see, that's the thing.
For me picking this up, I wouldn't mind if it was just Batman Who Laughs, because I think even just him alone is a pretty cool character.
I think you're going to see more people get this one, even though it's not anywhere close to as good as the Prime One. But the Prime One is 1/3.
Yeah.
To commit something that big, it's difficult.
Yeah, and then there's people who missed out on the Prime one and want it, but aren't going to pay
Right.
the second price. So, this is a good option.
So Bob, you plan on getting more Batman Who Laughs? Is what you're telling us?
No.
You tell me.
Instantly, just like
Ohami's
that,
magically
Ohami's
appear.
back. Like fucking Beetlejuice or some
I
shit.
came back.
He told me he would get me the Pennywise,
Huh?
the hot toys. He said he would get for me to put it next to the bust. It was like
Where are the? Have you gotten the bus? You ordered them a while ago.
No, I just ordered one, the series. I haven't gotten it yet.
You ate a magic brownie that day or something? I don't know, but I don't know what you heard. You ain't heard right.
Okay. Didn't he say the same thing about the bust? And I got it.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say that out loud.
So as great as the Prime Batman Who Laughs is, I think The Drowned is going to be even better.
Yeah.
Like I'm
That one
more
looks
excited
really
for
cool.
that piece.
The color scheme looks really neat.
For that piece and try and get Batman Who Laughs later.
But even the Batman Who Laughs, even though he's a 1/3, yeah, he's tall, but he's not like super wide, so he's still kind of like displayable. It's not too bad. Like the Dark Knight, now that thing is big because you got the wings on the base, you got the cape that flows to the side. So I think the Batman Who Laughs is like 20, right? Like 22.
It's kind of like if you get like a custom quarter scale statue, like same. It might be even a little bit smaller, like the base.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It's way smaller than that Namor, I bet. That one that you got.
Yeah, well, that thing is enormous.
Enormous.
Guys,
I
I got to split. I got to work in the morning. This is fun.
Bye. Thank
I
you.
miss you guys.
Take it
Yes.
easy, buddy.
Bye.
Well, good deals, mi amigo.
Great seeing you, Tim.
All right. Hey, goodbye, everybody in the chat.
I came back.
Adios.
Ark or Barb, have you read the part yet with the Drowned?
No,
What was
I haven't read well, I did read the tie. Like I saw it. Like I read the tie-in, but I haven't read. I think she has her own her own story. Because they have so when you're reading the metal, they all have a tie character. And then I think from there it splits, just like it splits for like the Batman Who Laughs, which I read the Batman Who Laughs only like half of it. I haven't finished it.
Yeah, I think it's the third book that tells all the stories of each person.
Of each person.
And how each one of them, Batman Who Laughs walks up to him and pretty much says "join me" type thing.
So does that Batman and Joker dragon tie into this story too?
Yeah, the dragons are they belong to the Bat God. It's not like a medieval type of thing. It's just that there is dragons or whatever.
Yeah, it looks kind of medieval, but it's not. It's like the thing is that they each like at the end they each have like this costume.
Hey, we're not going to talk about the
Oh, that's right.
You started the last book.
That's right. My bad. Sorry.
Don't you dare.
That's right. Let me not ruin it. It's a good story. I like it. So I've actually seen some people are like, "Oh, the story's trash," but I really liked it. I enjoyed it.
Like I said, I think you've got to get past the first book. There's some, when Batman goes all over time and stuff like that. Once you get past it, it gets really good. And I love. It seems more so with Batman comics. It brings in different groups. It does bring in Court of the Owls is a good part of it, and that was such a great story. But it also brings in Justice League. You've got Teen Titans show up. All these different groups and characters show up to be in the story in a good way. So that's one thing that I always liked about
the characters. The characters are pretty dope too. They kind of reminded me of like that shit that Marvel and DC did back in the day. When they came up with Wolverine and the Batman. I think his name was Darth Claw or some shit like that. Or like Batman. It was like a Batman looking Wolverine and all that shit.
Superman, Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that.
I think what
pretty dope.
was drawn me in is a lot of the artwork. Like it's a really cool character, and the artwork is amazing. It's kind of like when you see Venom artwork, like the covers and like or Spawn, those type of characters. Like they draw you in just looking at that kind of artwork, and that's what drew me to the Batman Who Laughs. Like
the Flash one's pretty dope too.
Huh?
The Flash of Batman's pretty dope too.
It's not
The Red Death.
the Red Death, yeah.
Yeah, the only one that I really don't care for is the Green Lantern version of Batman.
Which one?
Merciless?
The Green Lantern one.
Yeah,
Merciless, right?
yeah, I'm not into him at all.
The
The
Green Lantern, the scrawny guy.
Yeah.
You and scrawny men, huh?
So Ryan, I heard you're gonna get the Emma, no?
Huh? Nah.
Yeah, you
I
are.
did say I may have a buyer lined up for Doctor Strange, XM Doctor Strange though. Just to like thin out that shelf because I had like five quarter scales on a shelf staggered and it didn't look that good.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that somebody was going to buy it.
Yeah.
I think it's better to sell that piece before the sideshow one comes out.
I'm not getting the sideshow one. But I
I'm
miss,
just saying, I think
He
it's
means
gonna
in
sell
general.
better
Yeah.
now than later.
Oh yeah. Well, I sold it to. I mean, I'm potentially selling it to Junior. From CE, if if he still wants it by in a couple weeks. I'm giving him a great deal, so it was just a easier like, hey.
But I thought Junior was like thinning out his Marvel stuff.
He expressed interest on the show.
Intervention.
Yeah, he really digs the show, the piece. Remember, was it on the intervention show that he mentioned he wants it? At one of the shows, he was like, "Hey, let me know if you ever sell that thing." So I did. And he was like, "Oh."
Intervention.
No, I think he was thinning out his X-Men
Yeah, he is.
specifically.
I thought he said no more Marvel.
That's what I thought.
That's what I
That's what I
heard too.
understood.
He
Well,
said,
let's keep this on the down low, okay? Ryan's trying to get rid of some pieces.
We'll cock block Ryan's mail.
It's Junior that hits a DC piece.
Let's
Let's
call
not
him
be
Junior.
any Polystone blockers, all right?
"Oh my gosh, a Grim Knight.
Yeah, that should be
That
dope.
would be
Dude.
dope."
Arrow Maestro. What's happening?
Dude, isn't Rogue One 6 live right now?
They are. But you see, Arrow Maestro has liquidated all his hot toys and has joined the dark side. You see.
Nice, Tyra.
Yes.
Hmm.
You're not gonna get the Emma?
What?
You're not gonna get the Emma?
No. I got
He gonna get it.
I got another life-size bust, a blue hair Vegeta. And if they ever do an Itachi, you guys don't know who any of these characters are, so I don't know why I'm mentioning it. If they ever do an Itachi bust.
I kind of know because I hear them all day long from my kids. I don't know about the characters, but I've heard them.
Okay.
You can
The what?
I said, "You can talk."
Yeah, I was gonna say Itachi. Well, so I was on Displate. You guys ever go to Displate?
Never heard of it.
No, never.
They do like metal prints. Huh?
Oh, the prints that you got, the ones that change, that's the ones you're talking about? Or?
No, that's Wiz Yakuza. That's a different guy. These are Displate has like metal, they only do metal frames and they adhere via magnets that you like, I guess adhere to your wall or whatever. It's supposed to be safe for your wall. I mean, who knows, right? Yeah, they do big posters. So for anime, it's great because they have a bunch of really cool anime posters that I bought like 3 of them, and they're pretty cheap. They end up coming to like $100 each. So and they're shipping from like Poland, which is interesting. So I'm looking to see if he said it on the show, that's legally binding. Nice.
So you're gonna not. So basically, you're not gonna.
ATV said you're calling me a kid. Damn it.
So apparently there's rumors here, or I guess Trump came out and said that we're going to get a second stimulus check.
Nice, Cody.
Just-
I heard.
Well, yeah, but it won't be voted on until July or something.
Yeah, but still.
So
Biggest-
basically, third week in August, you'll get it.
The problem though, man, is I was watching and I'm not as clued in as maybe I should be sometimes. But I was watching John Oliver's latest video about evictions. Man, I was like, fuck. You just think about, and people are probably getting evicted all over, but it's I guess it's a lot. It's even
You mean
worse than
Oliver,
I thought it was.
The comedian show that comes on HBO?
Yeah, but there's always some truth to the topics,
I mean, that's.
But anyway, but it just sounds like this.
You're getting your news, man.
No.
No.
But it's just, but it was. I'm lazy, right? Jesus. And no, but it was just like, man, the second stimulus, all the shit just too little, too late. Even the first stimulus check was, so it's just kind of like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad for all the people that are struggling and going through all that, but I've got more. What the next statue is?
It's so easy. It's so easy to be selfish in this shit, isn't it?
Right.
I have a coworker who he went to right before the whole COVID-19, whatever.
A week before.
A week before the whole shit started. He went to Cuba because his daughter was gonna have give birth to her son or whatever, and he wanted to see the baby being born. So he went out there because like, oh, I gotta go with my daughter, and he's been stuck there for like 3 months.
Yeah, he left on a Friday, and on a Monday, the governor, not the governor, the mayor of Miami-Dade said he was going to decide on Tuesday about closure and flights and all that stuff. And Tuesday came along, and they closed everything. So he had to get on a wait. He got on a wait list, and there only 9 flights in the past 4 months have gone out. Well, since March or whatever, 3-4 months? And then in the past 2-3 weeks, no flights have gone out. So he's completely stuck there. And they're not opening nothing until August 1st. And obviously that depends on what's going to happen, August 1st, if it's still, pretty bad.
Did he go direct from Miami to Cuba, or did he go through?
Yeah,
he went direct, and he's stuck there.
You should get on a boat.
You know what? Like, it's scary because I told my husband, he actually left Cuba about a year and a half ago. He just got his residency in October, September of last year. And it's kind of crazy. He was going back and forth to see his family, and I understand he misses his family, but I told him, if you're fleeing this country because that's having all these bad, situations where there's no food, I know he's trying to help his wife, kids, and everything, but to go back so many times like that and risk now getting stuck there, it's like mind-boggling, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's grandson being born, so it's like,
but you're not. But it's why I told him, you're not helping. We get stuck back there again, You're
damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. So,
hey, after the weekend I spent with my 3 kids, Cuba. That sounds like a mini vacation.
Cuba's looking pretty good.
Man, I just hope XM doesn't fucking release all these statues before I get another fucking stimulus check.
So I've been like, okay, so my man cave, I recently expanded this whole area, right? That used to be a wall. I moved a bunch of my stuff over so that I could bring my wife down here for her craft room and everything. The kids were destroying it, and we got too many kids, so they needed separate bedrooms. So now that the second stimulus check is pretty much, I think, going to happen, I'm now thinking of ways to get my wife out of the man cave. So that I can now expand back over there, get DC over there, and then I think I'm going to have to attack this whole X-Men Legendary bus.
Get her a shed.
I thought you were done with all of us.
No, I'm not done. I'm not even done.
He said he wants a bus on himself.
It's a secret, all right?
He's just getting started.
Ark, you need to get her a she shed, or I think they call them she storage containers down there. You can get those things for like $2,000.
So let me get this right.
August.
Ryan upgraded and he got his own man cave, and you went back to where Ryan was at, and you have to not share your man cave with your neighbor.
Hey, I've got no copy machine in my corners here, all right? And also, there are plenty of girl statues, all right? The ladies are welcome here.
I got girl statues too, you cocksucker.
I'm kidding, Ryan. I'm very on the same boat as you. The
No.
most, I think,
Whoa! That's why you're not getting the Emma.
What?
No, I think I actually want the sideshow Emma.
I don't think that one's that bad. Oh, nice. Oh, is this the new placement?
No,
That's right. You got rid of the decal.
They're homeless right now because I got rid of my decal, so I gotta wait till
Yeah.
they don't have no K-Laxes at IKEA, so I gotta fucking order some. So they gotta stay here temporarily till I can like build them another.
We already have girl statues out of
Gotcha.
out of like 90 statues that we got only 13 girls.
Only 13. Jesus Christ.
He likes that. He likes that sausage.
And if it's titanium steel, whatever the fuck Colossus.
Yo!
Wait,
I'm
what?
gonna have to make you some busters, Bob.
Wait, titanium steel? What?
Colossus, man.
Oh no!
Oh, the organic.
Colossus sausage.
Good thing
Yeah,
I
he likes that.
or something.
He likes that metal dick.
That's still chorizo, Jack.
I've got 18 quarter scale female statues.
You got more than us. Actually, one of them is one of them is a 1/6 scale, and 3 of them are 1/5. So,
Well,
For what? For
I don't
what?
count anything below quarter
for
scale.
my statues, I have the
Oh,
one
the girls.
statue.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have the Jean from Bowen, and then I have the Comic Cat,
Bro.
Rogue, and
Silk.
and Silk. Oh yeah, Silk, and then Gwen. I actually have 5. So I don't even have that many quarter scale females. Shit.
But I think out of all mine, the only one that is seductive is the new sideshow Poison Ivy.
I like the old one better.
I was
And
kind of
that Prime 1.
No,
That
Yeah,
Prime 1
I like
Ivy
the
is going to
Exactly
be
what I
the
was gonna say right now.
sickness.
Prime.
I go back and forth getting that Hush Poison Ivy. I think that's the best one. I think that's
Yeah.
going to be the best female portrait.
Oh, homie, what were you about to say? I hear you.
Then I was about to say the same thing, and that Prime one, the Hush Poison Ivy. Oh my god!
Oh my god, I would just be like this all day.
Art, do you have the Huntress?
Huh?
Yeah, I've got the Huntress. I've got Batwoman, Batgirl, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison
You have the
Ivy.
Hush. You have the Hush Huntress.
No, I don't have. No, I don't have any 1/3 female statues.
That's fucking that's shit. That's
Are you gonna get the drown?
I think I am. I really like that piece.
Oh shit. But we were all fucking up our shit.
Is that
We
on
all had
sideshow yet?
focus. We all had focus,
Have
and
you
then we
gotten
fucked
into
it up.
Have you gotten onto like a wait list on Sideshow for Batman Who Laughs or?
Yeah, I'm on the wait list for it, and I've heard jack shit from them. And I thought that it was going to convert quick, like some of my other stuff.
Ryan, do you
What
ever?
about Prime One? What about from Prime One directly?
I think, if anything, I'll go with Spec Fiction. I think he's still selling it.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
it's
right.
the regular version.
Right, regular, yeah.
Ryan, are you ever gonna get a Mr. Sinister statue?
I have 2. I have 3. I actually have 3.
No, but I mean like a real one.
I have one real one. All right.
So, did you guys register? Tyrell actually posted it up. If you guys pre-registered for the Sideshow Con, you got a $5 reward.
5 points? Oh, they even did a 16-minute
no.
long video for their stupid fucking show. That
Yeah.
should have been a fucking. Oh, I'm sorry, but I was like, they're
I
gonna do a
know.
statue.
I was
It's gonna
like-
be a statue. No, it's some dumb. I mean, why the fuck didn't they just do this on their website?
That was
We
so
don't-
pissed because I'm thinking they were
16
going to
minutes.
Silver Surfer, and 16 minutes to tell us they're going to reveal Silver Surfer in another month. I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to wait.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but
even watch it. I didn't even
Thank
watch
you
it. But
very
I,
much.
I didn't even watch it. This is just should have been. They should have just posted a 30-second video if they really need to, and just be like, "Hey, go to our site at this link, and we're doing a con," and that's it.
So I don't think it's probably going to be
assholes.
not a Halloween thing.
No, but I
more
thought
or
they're
less.
gonna do it's on July 20th, 26th.
I understand it's 2026. They're gonna have some live stuff. It's mainly gonna be more like what they do with Halloween. Where they do like live shows and they're gonna.
No,
do,
it
like,
says they're gonna have a
giveaways.
booth. They're gonna have like a booth.
It's gonna be live.
I read that they're gonna have like a booth.
Yes, a booth.
All
Where
right, so
They're doing both. Yeah, they're doing both.
if they're going to do the kind of like how the Halloween was, and we get another group chat for everybody to add the codes and everything, I've got $10 that Barb gets kicked out first. 45.
I always got kicked out of the groups.
I ranked up a couple of points in those chats, so I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like about $80.
Yeah.
Close to like $80.
So-
last one was, I think the Christmas one was
I don't.
kind of like.
You know what? To be honest, I don't even know what the fuck was the point. I fucking used them all, but that stupid fucking bus.
My biggest thing was so they have like this thing where like it's $40 and you get like the 2 pin. You get supposedly like the Stan Lee one is free. In the $40 you get the Sideshow Con pin, and then you get a T-shirt and I guess like a goodie bag or something. So then they're giving you $10, but they're saying, hey, if you use the $10, it'll be like $30. I'm like, shit, you give me $10, so now you want me to use it on this? It's like,
Oh, is that what the code is for?
It's so stupid.
it's not for that. You could use it for, I guess, whatever. But like the way they said it, they were like, hey, we're gonna give you $10 for whatever you want. But guess what? We have this for $40, and if you use the $10 for that, it's $30. So it's like, they kind of sidetrack you. Like they try to reel you in, like, hey, spend it on this, which the value of that is, to me, it's not even like maybe like $25,
Well, I mean, you get a shirt out of it.
I'm looking forward to the
Hard to get any
reveals.
shirt.
I'm honestly,
Yeah.
looking forward to the reveals. I'm not gonna. If there's no chat groups, I'm probably not gonna get the majority of those fucking codes, and that's fine. That's not gonna make or break it for me. But like, why do I need to sign up for this shit? Like, just fucking. I mean, ugh.
I just hope they don't drag it. I just hope it's not like one every day. Show
It
all
is.
that
That's
shit.
what it's gonna be.
That's what's gonna be.
Yeah, it is. It's
I
not
think.
gonna do it.
Oh my god!
Because it said the 20th through the 26th. I hope one day is X-Men.
Fuck.
I hope the other day is Marvel. I hope one day Star Wars. I hope one day is DC. If it's like that, they're displaying all of them from a
Yeah,
franchise.
that's cool. That's fine. Yeah.
And they can
Did you
separate
see
Marvel.
what,
Yeah, but they did it like in December. They didn't do it like that. December they did it like DC. Then they did like Star Wars.
But keep in mind, they did
X-Men.
say that they're also
No,
going
they
to have
didn't do-
Iron Studio.
They didn't do no X-Men.
It wasn't no X-Men? Oh, that's right. The last day was Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, they did
They're gonna-
that Taskmaster. And that's
So
it.
what they said is July 20th to the 26th, fans and collectors will have unprecedented live access to HD streams of all new products, reviews, and convention-exclusive products, as well as opportunity to interact with sideshow artists and meet the creative team behind these collectibles. So it's kind of like a mixture of like what they do with Halloween, and then they're gonna have like reveals and stuff like that.
Yeah, Master Pizza's saying that they're making it a booth.
That's,
like
that's what I was saying. There's
Yeah.
a booth.
There's no glass, so and you won't have people.
Where the hell?
walking in.
Where the hell is Booth gonna be?
In a warehouse.
In a warehouse, I think they said.
Shit.
So
I just hope it's not I just hope they don't pull some dumbass move like they've done before.
And it's like, if they do reveal the Silver Surfer, does that even count? Because they it's been like revealed for like 4 or 5 since December or whatever, So it's
But we're talking a statue reveal, not like a picture.
but imagine if they do that again, how much that'll piss me off if they do that shit again.
Well, right. I mean, they're not going to display the box, the banner like they did last time, right?
No, I think they're actually revealing the statue themselves. They're gonna.
Any guesses on what it's going to look like?
Silver
I
Surfer.
hope it has him charging his powers, or I may be out.
I think it might be like the cover of Silver Surfer #1.
I just sold that. I just sold that on eBay.
Oh, the
Did
one on the board?
Yeah, I had one. I had an 8.5.
Wow. What does that thing go for these days?
About
$27.
no 1,800.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
is
he's
that
gonna pay
volume? Is
for
that volume
all my
2
shit.
or volume 1?
2 of what?
Is that volume 2 of Silver Surfer, or is that volume 1 of Silver Surfer?
Volume 1's the one I had.
Oh,
It was
okay.
his technically, I think, it's his second appearance because his first appearance was in Fantastic Four, 40 something, right?
Oh,
48,
okay.
49, 50.
There you go. See, look at Jerry, man.
Fuck yeah.
I got this shit.
That
Sit down,
comic
youngin.
sells that much.
Right?
Damn, what the hell is that?
My son just
PC.
broke the computer.
Oh, I
He
thought
needs
that
to
was
put
like,
he needs to put a filter in front of there though.
Oh no, it's got a glass.
Oh, does it? Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. He took it off because he just finished like putting everything together and turning it on.
damn,
Is
that's
that
cool.
is that a Thermaltake case or a
What?
Thermaltake, the company?
Oh, I don't know. Which one is it?
I thought that was a flux capacitor shit. Shit. Hit 60
It's
kilometers,
up to 88 miles per
88
hour.
Well,
miles
once
an
you
hour,
go-
Jack.
Once you go to PC gaming, you're not even going to bother with console for FPS games.
I was telling him, I'm like, what game am I going to play now on this?
What'd he say? None?
He's like, Minecraft. I'm like, fuck you.
Not Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Nah, he was joking with me.
That's for him, right? PC
Yeah, it's for
gaming?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bought this whole thing. He works with Ohami and makes money, and Ohami pays him. He's Ohami's employee.
Yo, hey,
What is he?
he lives
What's he
with me.
gonna?
I
What
gotta
games
pay
is he
him.
gonna play?
I don't know. He says, what games are you going to play? I don't know. He says he doesn't know yet.
Okay.
But it looks cool.
I was gonna say if he ends up playing any games that I play, I'm more than happy to tag up with him or whatever if he wants.
Yeah, he's always gaming on his PlayStation. So he talks. He's got a friend since what, like middle school? You've had that friend, and since high school. And he's always gaming with him and talking with him. And I guess they started talking about building a PC. Well, he built as a PC and talked to him about it. And he got all the stuff off of Amazon, and everything slowly started coming in. And finally, everything came into like the last piece, which was the motherboard, came in. And he put it together. So he's been on that. But yeah,
I think that Silver Surfer is gonna be like a museum pose, like him holding the board or something.
I'd be cool with it.
I think I'd be okay with that because it won't take up a lot of room. I won't be mad at that.
They should do. They should have like press passes for some YouTube people to come in and do their booth, but just separated from crowds or whatever, and just bring a couple of the big channels in and let them go and do reviews.
Tyrell says that the first day they're only going to reveal the base for Silver Surfer. The statue itself gets revealed the following day. I will be so pissed.
Jeez.
I mean, I'll just be like, you know what, guys, go fuck yourselves. You know what I mean?
For real.
They'll review the sticker for the bottom the first day.
Yeah, the sideshow QC sticker, right? The one we've seen on every one of their boxes.
You think they're gonna review any more X-Men?
Oh, I think
I
so.
hope they do.
Storm.
They're only going to do one, and it's going to be Jubilee.
There you go.
I'll be like, all right, I'm out.
That's crazy, man. They came out with like hardcore last year. They did the Juggernaut and all that shit. They went and this year's like, ugh.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of.
I'm still trying to catch up.
XM is like going hardcore.
Look what Tyrell wrote. Damn, he could potentially be fired and kicked out of the house on the same day.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What did you say before that, Ark?
I was saying that I was glad that they kind of stopped doing so many X-Men pieces so I could catch up. I got to pay for this shit.
I mean, they got a lot more to. What'll be interesting is if they don't slow down and just release, a handful a year. Because I mean, if you released as many statues as they did, it's going to be hard for people to pick all those up.
Yeah, but don't you?
XM did the same thing.
Yeah, but don't you initially if you don't see something from Sideshow, you hop on to the XM wagon?
That's fair.
But that's
That's a good point.
It's like right now, Sideshow's kind of slow, but now you got fucking Omega Red, Ammon, you got fucking Gambit, you got, Colossus.
I mean, if Sideshow continues and doesn't stop like they did last time, that they just flat out stopped making X-Men, like when they were doing the Comic-Ettes and stuff. If they continue the line, they still have a bunch of characters to do. They haven't even done Storm. You still got more villains to go. You got a shitload of stuff to do for X-Men.
Yeah, but the villains with them is always like a whatever thing because they don't really ever hit the villains like hardcore like that.
But they could do an Omega too.
Dude, if they announce
Juggernaut.
a Sinister, oh my god, I'm gonna freak out.
But I thought you already had a Sinister statue.
It wouldn't surprise
but
me.
I need something. I need to get another Sinister statue so I can get rid of that fucking IBD trash.
Trash?
It's trash. It's not. It's close to trash.
So it's
The
garbage.
body, and the base is shit, and the head sucks, but the body is fine.
Your favorite character, Ryan Jubilee.
Yeah.
I don't think no license company.
Look, they can still do. They can still come out with a quarter scale angel or archangel
They got to do Beast.
Yeah, they gotta do it.
too.
Yeah, they gotta do it, please.
I hope somebody does a classic Archangel.
An archangel or an angel?
Archangel.
Yeah, I want an archangel.
Or if they did a maquette and you can switch out the wings from the feather to the regular.
I never liked that because I've always either liked them wearing like the angel suit or like the archangel suit.
No,
See,
I mean
I'm
like
the same way.
I mean the two metal versions, the metal ones that are from more like X Factor 24 or whatever, right? They're
Yeah.
pretty basic, or like the other metal ones that look more like bird wings, but they're metal. You know, like basically the different artist interpretations.
But you
I'm
still
with Ronnie.
Yeah,
If he's in an angel costume, it doesn't matter if his wings are metal or feathers. He's angel.
exactly.
The suit's got to change.
he was just so much cooler when he was Archangel.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Like I like archangel.
It's like you're a fucking bird and as an angel, and then it's like, boom, you're Archangel. You can fly so much faster, and you don't have to worry about someone breaking your wings and shit.
At least with the metal wings, it gives him like a style. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he flies fast. He can fly at the speed of sound with the metal ones.
Yeah.
Fucking speed of sound. What's that, Mach 3 or 4?
You could shoot those feathers out too, right? Those.
Yeah, but they're not explosive. I mean, the cartoon made them explosive, right? I thought they were just like little daggers. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I remember for such a long time, I was like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna get the boring archangel, bro, because like I'm sick and tired of waiting. You know?
I had the Kotobuki one, the X-Force Archangel.
How many X-Men statues did they reveal last year?
A couple, no?
Not all.
Let's see. Let's go. The men. It was
Colossus.
Magneto, Juggernaut, Colossus, Gambit, Cyclops.
Revealed.
Oh, Sabretooth and Cable.
Logan.
7.
Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, you're right. Fuck
Logan.
Deadpool, man.
So like
Fucking
8.
shit character.
But those were all revealed.
Movies are
Deadpool
saving
is
grace.
watching.
It's just
Those
my
were
opinion.
all revealed last year. I'm talking about what was revealed on the cons, like in San Diego and
I think in San Diego was the one that was most revealed. It was Colossus, no? And Juggernaut, no?
was that many statues? 8 statues. Juggernaut, Colossus.
They had they almost
Well, then
had,
you have to add Emma Frost, Mystique,
Emma.
Jean Grey, Rogue.
No, Mystique was the year before that because she
I
came
thought
out.
all of it was the same year, no?
No, Mystique came out very early in the year
Like in February or
when she
something.
got shipped. So I mean, she was announced the year prior to that,
No.
like
Oh, okay.
last year.
and so was Rogue.
I think last year was pretty close to almost like an X-Men statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm talking about reveals, not like those.
I got
shit
you. Yeah, I don't remember if it's we're talking about reveals.
So
Then.
like,
Okay.
it was.
Dude, why do I want a statue of some obese guy? Like I'd rather have a statue of a disabled bald man, than a statue of some dude who just, never left fucking Denny's or whatever.
So, Ryan, did you get a Jubilee before you got the blob?
Probably.
Logan.
I don't want Avalanche either because he looks like a fucking
Like
penis.
does.
He looks like a polished penis. I
Well,
don't
you
want that
said-
either.
Yeah, but you can't deny that fucking Pyro fucking is badass.
Pyro, I get. Pyro's
Yeah.
badass.
But can you imagine they revealed almost like 7 statues last year? If they were to reveal another like 7 characters for X-Men this year, Or 5. Put it 5.
I doubt that.
I don't think I'd get a Toad statue. I don't think I'd get Toad.
I think I'll get a Toad.
I mean, I'd get Toad before Avalanche or Blob. But I think Pyro's the only evil mutant besides, like, Scarlet Witch. But I guess they've retconned her now. She's not a daughter of Magneto or some bullshit. Why do they ruin my childhood? Like, why do they just shit all over stuff for no reason, you know? It's like Iceman's gay. Okay, it's not the end of the world that he's gay, but why change him? Why can't a new character be gay? Or why couldn't he? You know, if he's gay from the start, that's fine too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, does that bother anyone?
Well,
yeah, it kind of bothers you. You know, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, it's not supposed to bother you because whatever, you know, it's not political. But at the same time, it bothers political, but it bothers me because, you know, that's not what I grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, why do we have to change him?
Just make like a new character.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, I don't care. You know?
I mean, you fucking never done that before, you know? Like, they haven't made many new characters.
I think there's actually aren't there like 2 characters that are gay in the comics and they actually get married and everything?
Supersonic, that girl, whatever.
No, it's 2 men.
Well,
Yes.
North Star was gay back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So.
Hey,
was he actually gay though?
Well, I think they implied it.
It was
but
implied,
they were too
right?
afraid to come out and say it. But I think
exactly.
that's what Byrne had in mind with it.
Right, and then I think in the 2000s or something, that's when he got married.
When they finally said, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's cool. I don't have any problem with characters being gay, but I just don't like it when they change stuff. I don't know. I'm just becoming a grumpy old man.
Ryan, you're a Transformer fan. I think that's way worse than any character being gay.
Damn. You know what?
I guess you could say that's like a robotic version of someone who's had an operation.
You know what? I ain't even gonna lie, bro. You posted up that Transformers slab, and that shit sold like in 2 minutes. I'm like, yo, I didn't realize there was that many.
Yeah, dude, it went up like $200 or $300. The Transformers #1 I had.
Yeah.
Like the very first one, I think I paid like $400 or just below it, somewhere around there. And I sold that fucking thing for $550.
No, $650. No, wasn't it $650?
I think I went down just because to get rid of it, because I was like, all right, I still made money off it, and it offset what I lost in Silver Surfer.
I didn't even know why you did that. You had like 100 people hitting you up for it.
Batwoman is lesbian. I saw a cartoon the other day, the Joker on I think it's on Prime, and Batwoman screwed Batman.
That's Batgirl.
That's Batgirl. Batwoman was always gay.
Yo, and you're a DC fan?
No, it was a dope cartoon. Shut up. It was a movie. And
yeah, man. I was surprised how many people were like into that Transformer stuff.
Yeah, I think it's because it was going up. It's on the up and up. Yeah, it's over $550 shipped.
Where did you sell the Silver Surfer in eBay?
Yeah, eBay. Because I wasn't getting any bites, and I was like, you know what? People probably feel a lot more comfortable spending, $1,800 if it's on eBay than over Facebook.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What was that cover price on Transformers? Do you remember? 65 cents or something like that?
I have no idea.
Probably 75
I don't remember.
cents, I think.
75?
I mean, it's what, 84? I think it was 84, right?
Yeah, that's like 75 cents, I think.
And it was Sienkiewicz cover, right?
Because I used to have G.I. Joe #1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was $1.50, right? That was a double issue?
It was thick. It was. I remember I had to pay $20 for it, and I was like, fuck. That was back when I ain't had no money, so. So I was like, shit.
How many years before we're no longer going to have hard copies of comics?
It's coming.
Digital everything.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have sold my shit to Rex Ryan, though. I mean, shit.
I got a new
So,
statue.
with all the changes you're making, are you making room for more statues or more arcade one-ups?
Well, the statue that I got coming in, I still got the Emperor set up. That's got to happen. So modifications got to happen for that. Ventress is coming eventually. This fucking alien got to be somewhere. So, yeah. So
Predator to go.
I mean, it's not many 1/3 ones, you know.
They just
So that's a problem.
it's pretty
The one I like is a custom, and you can't find that. So it's like, who knows?
Boy, you sold your other arcade one up?
No, I still got them.
Like, got it.
I sold my Detolfs. That was an adventure because I had to get that shit upstairs, and then this fucking guy shows up. He don't have. He wasn't prepared to like take. You know, he's got a pickup truck, but he's got all these ladders and shit. I'm like, dude, because I sold 2 of them. I sold 2.
What the hell is he thinking? Like,
I had 2 of them, and I was like, dude, where you going? I said, this shit gonna. Oh, I don't know. I was like, well, you want some towels or something? Yeah, I was like, okay. So I gave him some towels. I mean, he's a nice dude, man, but he just wasn't. He wasn't ready.
There, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he just wasn't ready.
Now, do you think that shit by the time he got home was shattered?
He had to go. He's in Frederick, Maryland, right, which is about 40 miles from here. So I'm
That's a
hoping
long trip.
it made it, but
Dude, I did 5 miles when I gave 2 of my Detolfs to my local comic book store.
yeah.
I was like, hey, do you guys want these things? I was like, I'll just give them to you. And I brought them over in my minivan with like towels on
Not
either side of where
minivan.
the wood. Yeah, my wife's minivan. Right.
Ah,
And I brought those over. I thought for sure they were going to shatter.
yeah, I was praying. I was like, please, God, just get these things on his truck, and then he can get the fuck out of here. So,
That'd be kind of dope. That'd be kind of dope.
You know, it'd be cool if you
I
had
was gonna put it right
a flickering spotlight.
here.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
That
You
would
know?
be pretty cool.
For what?
Get a fog machine.
For his XM, he's getting the XM alien.
Can you imagine you just turn
Doris.
off the lights in your room and you have that flickering light on that alien? Like,
That's pretty cool.
I gotta figure out how the fuck how do you.
I'd have a seizure.
Thor, have you considered switching all of your lights onto those Alexa outlets?
Well, not really, because I got the ones with the remote. You know.
Yeah, but then you
So-
can just walk in and be like, Alexa, turn everything on.
Oh shit, Alexa heard you.
One day Alexa might be like, "Fuck you, man." So, no, I mean, I guess I could. I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I haven't, but it was just an interesting idea, a smart plug or whatever, the Bluetooth or whatever they call it.
So I've done that, and
What?
it's pretty nice to be able to walk
Yeah.
into your room and say, Alexa, lights on, and whatnot. But I get so angry when she doesn't turn the lights off or on.
Yeah.
Alexa, you.
It's like, bitch, you turned them on, you got to turn them off. No, just kidding.
You know, I can't stand it when I'm watching fucking TV and fucking somebody in on one of the shows says Alexa, and then the bitch fucking starts saying everything.
Oh, I did that on my friends. I was like, Alexa, order 500 rolls of toilet paper. So- He's like, no.
She turns on.
we haven't hooked up yet our lights or anything to Alexa. We want to do it eventually, but we haven't done it.
Yeah, I've got the one main light that my wife uses is hooked up to Alexa, but I've got another light that once I get all the lights for my shelves, they'll all be on Alexa.
Yeah, I was actually remember I was telling you that they sell like a pack on Amazon.
Yeah, but all you gotta do is like the switches in your house. All you gotta do is change like the switches and just put like the Lutron.
No, they have
Things.
now. Alexa has they you go to Amazon and they have like a pack and they are made from for Alexa. They're made by
No, right. But Ohami's talking about the Lutron ones that I think they work to like a phone, right?
Yeah. Like I gotta do change the switch and put like a Lutron. I forgot what it's called, but it's like
cassette.
a cassette. And then you just program it to your phone and it works through Alexa.
But wait, how would that work per outlet though?
The hell is that, Ark?
Oh look, all right, wait, hold on.
What?
So this one, if I can figure out the reverse here.
Man, if only
This'll
that company
tie
could
in.
spell Mercury correctly.
I bought it. You got your bust.
It doesn't work through Alexa.
Well done. That was well played, Justin.
Not the government, Rodney.
That was
but-
dagger, dude. Bitch.
So I'm assuming this is a generic one. I don't know. My wife, she bought it, but we've got some that just are outlets like I can't think of the word, but it's like a surge protector that works off of Alexa also.
Oh, look,
So it all ties it.
Lutron.
Right.
That's what Ohami does. But Ohami doesn't just do like the switches and stuff. He actually does the like in huge houses. They do like these panels, these special panels.
They actually do like the real system, not because like that's like the cheap, like for like if your house is already done, you know, like a cheaper way to do it, you know. But like to like really do it, you have to do like with the panels and all that shit.
Yeah, when he does the new houses, like those big high end houses, they actually start like they do these panels with what is it like
the modules
and it's all like computerized and
it's all
stuff.
computerized with Wi-Fi and shit.
Dude,
I
I
went the
feel
cheap
like
route. I've got an Echo in every room.
I feel like if Edwin Diaz worked at Lutron, he'd constantly be in HR for yelling at employees over email, right?
Stop yelling at me.
Yeah.
Does anybody's Alexa all of a sudden, like in the middle of the night, be like say something weird? Like my shit just out of nowhere just starts to talk. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even talk to you. Like, why are you saying something?
That's why I don't want that chick in my house.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have one of those, but it does sound cool to have one. But I don't have one either because ambient microphones make me paranoid, and that's what Alexa runs off. It's always on.
Yeah, I always have mine on, but let me tell you, it's very nice in the morning when that alarm clock hits at 5 a.m. and I'm just there like, Alexa, snooze.
Yeah, that's
I just curse at them all the time.
That's how you fucking get late to work every day.
And then she says something, and then she's like, okay, snoozing.
Yeah.
You gotta miss
we've got a clock and a speaker in every room, but we listen to a lot of music, so it's real handy. Whatever song you want to play, you just say it and it plays it.
Yeah, my whole thing is
Alexa, play swamp music.
Right. Tennessee Whiskey starts playing.
My wife loves that song.
You know, whatever that be dope if she provided DNA testing.
That's so fucked up. Yeah, we listen to a lot of music too, so
that's cool, man.
I have like 5 or 6 different. Well, I have. We use Sonos, but then we also have like the Echo Dots. Like the kids have Echo Dots. I have one in the garage in the back, so I have a speaker everywhere in the house.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, I don't have a phone in the house. So what I do is that I get on the. Yeah, my kids, I don't have a phone at home, but the boys have a phone. But my daughter doesn't have a phone. So what she does is that she will tell Alexa, call 786, blah, 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 blah. Start calling my number, and she calls me through there. So I always get like this private number. No, she does that. She calls me, and it'll ring to my phone, and it's like a regular phone call. Or
you can talk. You can talk through it too. To you?
Yeah, she calls me through there. And what I do is that sometimes when I want to call her, like I'll go on the app and it says communicate, and you go to drop in, so you could drop in on like the speaker and then just talk like if you're talking on the phone.
I haven't tried that. I'm going to start missing with my children so bad at nighttime.
Yeah, what new slabs do you guys get?
We got 2 Silver Surfers. Angie, bring me those slabs that are right there on top of the counter. They're right there, the stack that's right there. All those right there. Yeah.
Put your back into it, Jesus.
I don't know. I got like a bunch of them there, and I haven't put them up anywhere.
These are new ones?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. After that, wait, no, this is.
You got another GSX?
No, I did not. I had taken it down.
Just so you guys know, she'll be auctioning one off this Friday. No, just kidding.
Yeah, see, that's volume 2. That's what I was
Here, let
asking.
me make it big.
Yeah, that's Ron Lim's cover, I think, right? That's number 50, I think.
Yeah, number 50.
I used to have that growing up, that cover.
So we got it signed by Ron Lim.
Yeah, he was going to be at AwesomeCon, Thor.
This one's
Didn't they move it to like December supposedly? Or no?
Yeah, was this 75? Ron Lim as well.
I used to have that.
Nice.
I'm just
Do you have first appearance of Infinity Gauntlet too? Was it number 4 or something?
We got this one.
Ooh.
What is that?
Looks like a nice one.
A what?
Red label.
He wanted a red label.
What's a red label?
That's like CGC's like when they first started coming out. You know, before the blue labels, the old.
It's an old car. It's
Yeah,
an old
before they did the blue labels, they used the red label.
and it's an X-Men.
What the hell? What happened to that? Was it the first appearance of some random guy?
Yeah.
They don't show it anymore.
Oh, I think I know. I think we talked about this before. Okay.
Yeah, remember?
Is that Jim Lee cover?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, Jay Lee.
Oh, okay. Julie. Okay. Yeah, they have similar style. Okay. Cool. I
It's
just wanted to see
it's
the
like
Silver
it's like
Surfer stuff.
Bruce Lie instead of Bruce Lee.
Spider-Gwen, signed by Adam Hughes, and on the first day it was released or something, the issue.
Oh, cool. What the fuck is that? Is that a
Number 6.
yeah? Is that an alternate variant cover?
Yeah.
Who's on it? Is that Sunspot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still got to go back and read all this.
I always thought so do I. I always thought he was a cooler character than
These
Sunfire.
are like all like a bundle or something, I think.
Yeah, I got one in a bundle.
Yeah, we got it at an auction, a bundle for like $100. It was like 6 slabs or something like that.
Oh, cool! And they're like toy covers.
Yeah,
That's
these
dope.
are
Is that Armor? Armor and who's that? Magma or someone?
Armor and this is M. I don't know which one this is. Magma, I guess.
I thought it was Magma, but I could be wrong with that.
It just
It's
says
one of those
X.
characters. It's Generation X. That's what I was gonna guess. Yeah. Oh, cool.
That's Malik, first Prince Malik. That's Ronnie should be into that. He was in Ragnarok.
I really gotta make you a busted Bob.
Awesome, man.
Nice.
What does it cost to get it slabbed?
It's I think it's like $30 or $40, right?
$30, yeah, $30-$40. It's really not that much.
With
Each?
shipping, maybe 50 or something, right?
The signatures are what cost, and depending on, damn it, I just noticed I had that stupid.
Is it $30 each or just like one flat rate? of
So
$30?
if you're gonna get like the blue label, which is not signed or anything, it's just like $30.
A piece.
No, but you're
Yeah,
right.
Spectacular Spider-Man number
I think
1.
I think if you bulk them like Thor's talking about, you at least save money on shipping. You
Oh
may
yeah,
save,
yeah. When you send a couple, you send them all out. So you try, you don't.
do you save money with them getting slabbed themselves?
But you have to pay shipping for. I don't know. That's all I got right there.
What is it? Who's this character? It's another random character.
That's Tarantula.
Oh God. Okay.
What else do I have here? Oh, I showed you this, and then this one.
Does Ohami have so many slabs that he ran out of people to get slabs of? So he's just getting like these like random characters.
Oh, Hami.
Do you have Tiger Shark's first experience too?
No, these are like stuff that Ohami read. I guess as a child, like I don't know.
Oh, the Todd McFarlane cover is dope. I used to own that.
So I just got the custom that's got the baby portrait.
I had the gold one of that. I think it's like
No way.
a variant. Yeah. I gave it to a buddy though because he's a big Spidey guy and I don't want him more.
I got this one for like $70, $60, some shit like that.
That's dope. I still love that cover.
So that's it. That's what we got.
No, there's more. I just can't find them.
I don't know.
I wish I had that problem where I couldn't find all my slabs.
But I haven't it's been a while. Like I get them, I put them away. I haven't posted anything lately of what I've gotten. So
Right.
keeping stuff to myself.
I gotcha. I was just trying to pare down. I was selling mine anyway, but I was only gonna those two. The only reason I sold them so soon was because of all those XM ones being like, "Hey, these are coming out soon," and I'm like, "Shit, I'm not prepared."
Hami's addicted to auctions, and this is why we pick up all these slabs that sometimes you're like, "Why the fuck did you pick that shit up?" He's like,
Yo, it's so cheap.
It was cheap. It was $20. I don't know.
Where do you put your slab? Do you have one of those slab containers too?
No, we
From
got
BCW. The ones you put together yourself. I have one. Whenever I started to get too many slabs, because I have the X-Men wall, and any time. Why am I hearing myself through one of your guys? Okay. Anyway, yeah. So when I changed my wall to be a Marvel wall to just an X-Men wall, I had those extra comics that were just sitting in the box. So I just was like, I should start selling them or something.
They got a slab I want. This motherfucker is $450, man. I'm like, God.
Which one? Star Wars #1?
No, it's like I got the same book over here with Darth Maul. It's like from Phantom Menace, but it's got Darth Maul, but it's signed by Ray Park.
No, that's dope.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, this $450, man. I'm like, God dang, it's hard to like for a book. It ain't like
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just hard.
I think Carol says it's 18 for the blue label, but I don't remember because I've only sent out comics like once, and I did it at a con. So I did like a
bulk cheaper thing for the blue label, and then
I think it's like 25 if you're gonna do signature, but then you also have to pay for this. Like if you go to a con, and that's why I find it like a little bit cheaper to just buy them slabs already. I mean, it's kind of fun to go to the con and get it signed by the artist there.
It's not fun. You have to wait forever though to get the CGC.
Not the smaller cons in Miami, in Florida.
Oh, okay. I know MICC. Cody was saying was a nightmare.
No, I went to get. I got a few
signed
by Donnie Cates, and there were like 5 people literally in front of me to get it signed. It took 5 minutes. It wasn't that long.
That's good.
But
like if I ever wanted to get one like Jim Lee, I'd be screwed. I might as well just buy it off somebody off eBay.
Yeah, it's easier to just buy it off of eBay and not.
But not even that, because a lot of people like it's kind of weird because like some of the books that they're not really like any key issues, but they're not really like known to be signed by like Jim Lee and shit like that. Yeah. It's like they actually they're more expensive than what you would think, just because nobody's fucking selling it.
Right, that's a good point. Yeah, there's no supply.
Like if you get like an X-Men, like an X-Men #2, like the statue that Ronnie got, that cover.
Yeah.
To get that one signed by Jim Lee, I haven't seen one for sale in a while.
I think.
Yeah. You guys are big on the signatures. I'm not.
Yeah. It's like an
Jerry, I'm curious, Jerry. You said that you haven't really been reading any comics or anything like that. So does that affect your statue buying, like with
so I'm trying to focus on my time in comics, which is helping curb my statue addiction because
they had paper back then.
Well, we had slabs, but they were stone slabs. We didn't have that plastic shit.
Did you? Yeah, you had a 9.8 signed by Moses, right?
Not Moses.
Actually, who was it that we did a private signing at that con that we went to in Palm Beach? Because Jim Lee does the private.
Oh, okay, Cody.
And we didn't see the artist. Who was that?
Chris Claremont.
It was Claremont. Yeah, we went to the Palm Beach one, and it was a private signing. We just paid for it, and CGC. You give it to CGC. They put it like in a bag. They see that they give it to the. They do it all private signing. So yeah, I've only done that once, and honestly, I didn't enjoy the con at all.
Once you get you have like a 9.8 and it's signed, and then you want to get it signed by like Jim Lee. Let's say you have it signed by Chris Claremont, you want to have it signed by Jim Lee. I'm always scared to crack it open, and not get that same 9.8.
Yeah. Because you could be rolling the dice with you get 9.6. Yeah.
Just have them sign the outside plastic. Have them re-slab it.
See, I hate when they sign. I don't like signatures because it ruins. For me, I don't like it on top of the actual cover. Yeah, that's just how I am. Now, I saw a lot of yours are kind of like the Venom one was signed underneath the Venom, but above underneath the Venom letters, but above Venom, which is
Yeah,
perfect.
Well, if you look at Mac's video, when you go, which I had seen this before, and I did this
Is that
on one
his
of my
recent
comics.
video? Yeah.
Like what you do is that you get the you get a separate sleeve, right? And then you tape it off where you want it signed and cut off the plastic on that area, so when they receive it, they know where to sign it. And then on the tape that you put around it, you can either put blue pen, red pen, silver, gold, whatever pen you want them to mark it on. So
See, like
that
this-
way they don't,
See, Ryan-
you can get it where you
see,
want.
Ryan,
Because
like-
some people don't do that.
see,
They
Ryan,
just
like this
mail it
one?
and they write it wherever they
I get
want.
what you're saying, but like this shit,
That's what I was talking. Like that one's perfect.
that shit to me,
That's
is
perfect.
It's pretty as fuck.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But like usually, like I do have a couple. Like I have Jim Lee, or I'll show you.
Yeah, I've seen Stan Lee sign Spider-Man 1 right across Spider-Man on the.
Yeah,
on the
it's
cover.
like fuck you, old man. What the fuck do you do? You know? Like, that's
Not
what
old,
I'm
not old man.
I'm like, you
damn.
fucking old fuck. Why'd you fucking ruin my book?
You know, yeah, but you know
I'm
what?
so pissed. Good.
I think they
Is someone
froze.
saying something?
I think they froze.
I'm just curious,
They frozen. That's
comics,
hilarious.
take them and get them signed. Has anybody ever signed them and actually, the tip of the pen punctured through the page because it's so old?
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, or like it just fucking bleeds all the way through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 other
Like,
pages.
is it worth it if it does
Like
all that?
a paint pen and it blobs out right when it really push down on it
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Right.
So maybe I'll wait till they get back. But I have
I would-
3 books that are signed.
I went up to Neil Adams' booth and I bought a piece of original art from him, and then he was kind of selling his. He had some Dead Man, and a couple other things, and he was offering to sell me the signed, and they were trade paperbacks, and. So he breaks them out. I had no idea what they cost. They were trade paperbacks, so I thought they were probably like $15 or $20 a piece. And so he
Right.
signs like 4 of them. He goes, "Okay, they're $100 each." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't think so." So
He
he
should
kind of
tell you
gives
that
me
beforehand. What a dick. What'd he do?
he just gave me a dirty look and threw them back on his pile.
It's
That's
like,
funny.
fucker, you got to tell me this ahead of time.
Well, I just spent a ton of money on an original piece from him. You'd think, I don't know. Maybe he thought I was just stupid with money and was gonna throw him another $400. But I said, yeah, no thanks.
That's a dick move. So I have.
So, Jerry, have you ever seen a statue that?
Hey,
Gentlemen,
welcome back.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was hilarious.
the stupid
you broke
internet,
up,
it
Mark.
froze off.
You got to say it again, Ark.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask if you've ever seen a statue that made you want to read the comic that went with it.
Oh
Or
yeah.
are you still like, I'm just gonna stick with
Oh
mine?
yeah, for sure. X Factor. I just bought the X Factor omnibus because all those statues.
They have an X Factor omnibus? I didn't know that.
Not X Factor. I'm sorry. Oh damn.
X Force?
X Force.
The uncanny one?
Yes.
Yeah. I heard good things about that from Manimal. So I picked that up and I picked the other one. The other run, the Yost run, or whatever the other one is too, in trade paperback.
I don't know that. I bought but I bought that just because of the X-23 statue. I don't know anything about X-23, but I kind of liked that statue. So
I'm with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
same thing.
So these are the ones I have, Barb, for the signature ones. This is Justice League New 52 number 4. This is the variant cover that Jim Lee did that had Aquaman on it. And of course,
Yeah.
the signatures. It's not too
See,
bad.
they did a signature there.
Yeah, and then this
I see
one.
what you're saying, like,
So this is New
like, right
52.
across, like, kind of-
Right. And this is New 52, Ivan Rice's run. Oops. And, Jeff Johns, right? And if you look down here, it's not too noticeable, but you can see that fucking silver
yeah,
shit.
that looks good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
And then the only other one I have is one of my favorite artists, Mark Silvestri. and I got that custom Hulk statue that's from this run, and I read the run later, and it kind of sucks, but whatever. The cover is dope as shit. And this is what his hands aren't red in my statue. We're talking about the custom. But and the only reason I got these is because I couldn't find a non-signed one. So I was like, and it was like it wasn't much more to get it signed, to have the signed one.
Yeah,
so that one's not too bad, but it's all right. It's still like right across the lettering, so it's kind of like, all right, you asshole. Like, you couldn't just fucking do it on the side.
That Gambit, oh my god! Like
which one?
The first appearance Gambit. Like if you look at all the sides, yeah, they're fucking all in his fucking face and shit. Like what the fuck?
Oh, I know. It's like, come on. Do you have to be an asshole? Like just fucking
Stan Lee right in his fucking face.
The thing is that a lot
Why
of
would you
people
have Stan Lee sign that anyway?
Because the thing is that a lot of people don't prep their comic books when they go to a con to get it signed. So if artist pulls it out, he's just gonna do it wherever because he's got a whole bunch of signatures to do. But if you like how Mac did it, you cut the little window, you tape it around where you want him to sign. He knows where to sign it.
Was that in Matt's latest video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched part. I didn't get far through it because I had some other stuff going on. So, okay, I need to check that out then.
So they don't want to waste time at the con saying, "Where do you want it signed? What color?" Like they want to already see it, like the dimensions there because they got so many signatures. They're not going to bother asking. They're just going to sign it wherever,
I got the Gambit signed by
But they have to. You have to have some kind of connection with CGC for them to put the label that it's signed, right? You can't just submit a book and have them authenticate the signature.
No, they have to be there to witness the signature.
Oh, that's a
when you go to a con, yeah.
It's kind of stupid.
If I take a stack of books to get signed at a con because I know that artist is going to be there before time, you prep them at home, so when you get there, you have them where you want them to sign. Unless you buy it there and whatever. But yeah, if you're at the con, somebody from the CGC booth has to walk you over, witness the signature, and then walk you back to the booth. Like they don't
what do they charge for that?
Nothing. They charge you the same thing they charge when you send it out to get a slab. The signature
takes up a lot of your time, from what I hear, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
the same. Like if you pay for a CGC book, you're paying for the book to be slabbed, but you got to. So it depends on the artist. It could be $50. It could be $100. I think Stan Lee was like $300, something like that, to get a signature. Yeah, that's why Stan Lee signatures are so expensive. I think they're somewhere in the realm of when he would sign them, they were like $2 something or $3 something.
I thought they were only like $100.
For Stan Lee, no. Not for Stan Lee.
I felt like his signature is so saturated. It's like, why does it even cost that much? You see his books on shit he wouldn't even have anything to do with.
I think I'm not exactly sure, but I think
maybe I'm just being a snob. I don't know.
I think I think I read somewhere where his signature was around that price. I think it was maybe like $200, something like that. It was expensive. It's the most expensive one.
I'd love to get like a Darth Maul comic and have Sam Witwer sign it and Ray Park, and that'd be really cool. What do you think, Thor?
Big cake.
What Ray Park?
The one I'm telling you, man, that one I tried to get, it's still on it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Cody Spencer said he got 39 books signed and graded at New York Comic Con last year.
Yeah, he said he was there for a long time.
And the 6 came and 16 for 9.6.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of comics.
Oh, so they had CGC there last year?
He waited 3 hours.
Yeah, he waited in line for 3 hours.
Cody, how much did you spend over that?
No, I couldn't do that shit. Yeah, lines, I can't do lines, man.
If he got 33, well, it depends because I don't know how he got.
I can't do lines.
Oh, no, yeah. So if you got 39 signed and graded, that was pretty expensive because you got to pay the artist for each signature, not just like a one-time thing. No, for each book.
And I'm sure they charge you to reseal them, right?
To crack them open?
Yeah, but they cost you money to put them back in, right?
Can you imagine if you're the guy behind Cody Spencer with one comic?
Oh yeah, he's just like, that would have been hilarious.
No, but it's really not a line. So when you go to the CGC booth, they have like about 10, maybe 15 employees there, depending on the size of the con, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
We went to a small con and they had like 10 employees. So
Yeah, but he
they
said
have,
he waited in line for 3 hours. He was in line for 3 hours.
Man, I heard
probably
somebody
for signatures.
Man, I heard somebody in New York waited like the whole day, and then like in the morning, the next day is when they finally got their seat.
Well, it is New York, and that place was packed, so he probably did wait a long time. But when I went to a smaller, it was like 10 employees maybe, but it was not. It was a small one, so they were actually like, you know, there wasn't really that much of a wait time. It was just waiting between.
Yeah. Once I'm done with my statue collecting, I'm gonna start going to smaller cons.
To get what, like slabs and shit?
Just I want to experience the con. I want to go solo. I mean, I'll let you guys know because I definitely want to go like MegaCon and Supernova or whatever.
Artwork.
But
I like walking artists.
yeah, artwork. Yeah, I want to do artwork, and I want to I'd love to have conversations with some of these guys at some of the smaller cons. You know, because like that means more to me than like a picture. I mean, I'd probably get one too of a picture of like my favorite artist, but
like when we went to the Palm Beach one, it was a fun con. It was small, but it was very entertaining. They had a bunch of booths for Artist Alley. They had a lot of good artists, writers. They had Donny Cates. They had Claremont. They had.
Honestly, that's my favorite part of the con. Like the statues, it's cool, but it's like you're gonna look at them and buy. That's it. Like, you know, like what?
No, but they have booths selling everything, like Funkos.
Or you're gonna look at them. You're gonna look at them and not buy, or you're gonna look at them and just PO, and then you don't see them for like what, a year.
Exactly. But you're gonna like the whole artist, you know, part of it, and it's like that's really what gets to you, you know.
You know,
and just talking to the artists is fun. Like that's what Rodney and I did at Awesome Con, and we had a lot of fun.
Well, with the smaller con, you have more like time to actually kind of talk with the artist because there's not so many people waiting. So
yeah,
you know, you actually have a little bit of like, you know, one-on-one with the artist.
Exactly.
And stuff.
And I think that's what kind of got Rodney into it too. When we were at Awesome Con, it was just me and him walking around the day before I brought my kids, and we were just, you know, hanging out and shit. It was fun.
I actually enjoyed too. With the smaller cons, there's a lot of cosplayers, so it's kind of fun watching them. Like there was so many, like at the smaller con, there were like more. I guess since New York Comic Con was so packed, you know, it was kind of hard to find where they were all at. I guess I just didn't. I know there was a bunch of them, but I didn't see them because there was just so many people there that they were like hidden between the crowd. But the smaller cons, you see them everywhere, and it was the cosplayers too.
Do you see Jason? You see Jason M's comment? I hear that a lot. The Baltimore Comic Con is one of the best ones to go to for comics or artist stuff.
I've heard that that's still like an old school con, like mostly comic books and artists. And
I mean, it's probably the only good thing about that city, minus the aquarium. Because no offense to Rodney or anything, that city sucks.
he hates it too. Believe me.
That's right. He does hate it too. Yeah.
So Ryan, when you and Rodney were walking around, what Ragnarok cosplay did Rodney do?
Yeah. Well, I got a Transformers art print right in front of Rodney. I remember that.
But anyways, hey guys, I gotta go. I got work in the morning.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say good night to everybody.
Yeah,
it's already like 11:30. You know, Hami has to go to bed. So just want to let you guys know, Friday night, 100th episode with DCX. There's gonna be giveaways. So definitely watch that at 9 p.m. Thank you everybody for making it. Sorry for my technical difficulties.
Anytime, Bobs.
But I'm like a super newbie. But it was fun, and I'm talking to everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. So
see you guys.
Peace.
Yeah, I had fun.
Take it easy.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Later, horse.
Nice.